And thank you all for popping in. And thank you to Jet for popping in as well. Jet, it was a fun time getting to play the games last night. Games with the boys. I'm already looking forward to our next session, playing some Zelda Randomizer with Jet and Gratz in hopefully a few weeks. Especially because, you know, the downside of the session that we had yesterday is at the very end, I realized like, oh man, there's more stuff I could be doing. I feel like it was a pretty productive night as far as like checks that I was doing and that kind of thing. So I think the things I was doing were worthwhile and were good. It's not like I was like spinning my wheels doing stuff that was useless. But near the end of the night, I was like a little bit nervous. I was like, man, there's not a lot of like big juicy things I could be doing, just small piddly things. But then I realized like, oh man, there's some great stuff I can do that requires some kind of case specific motion, some case specific activities to make them happen. But I'm wondering if it would have been maybe better if I would have realized that sooner. But still, at least I was capable and productive up until that point, or basically up until the very, very end. So I'm excited for our next session with Zelda Randomizer because I feel like I'm gonna really hit the ground running with that one and do some good shit. Good shit. What about Biggest Dickus? Who could forget Biggest Dickus? He had a wife, you know. Biggest Vaginus? I don't know. Or maybe Smallest Vaginus? Okay, then I would feel sorry for her. Anyway, hope everyone is doing well. Thank you all for popping in, and shout outs once again to Keymailer, hooking us up with a review key for Rogue Loops. They also hooked us up with a review key for the other game we'll be checking out tonight, but the first thing we're playing tonight is Rogue Loops. Let's pop in. I will say I'm always a sucker for a good roguelike. So when they sent me this review key, I said, well, a cool roguelike.
Been humanity's deepest desire, especially in an age of death, magic, and monsters.
Don't have to twist my arm too hard.
This family was no different, fighting giant beasts in their desperate search for eternal life. After a long journey full of hardships, they found a magical portal hidden in the ruins of an ancient civilization. But when they stepped through, they learned the truth. Immortality was a curse, forced to live in an endless loop. Can they break free from this torment, or will they simply surrender to it?
So that right there kind of spells it out for us. It's not just a fun-sounding name, but there's like this looping mechanic. And Todd raises a good point. Is this a Dungeons and Dragons flavored cereal? Breakfast cereal? What's up, D-Man? Incontinentia buttocks. You can only hope. We can only hope, Pelican. That's a good one. Dangerous breakfast cereal. That's right. All right, so right now we only have this one character selectable, but presumably we'll be able to get some more in the future. Yeah, clear 150 rooms, 60, 15. So we'll definitely get more characters soon. And the voiceover at the start, that's right, in the cutscene at least. All right. I think she had a voice. I think she did. So I'm kind of putzing around right now, just kind of getting the lay of the land with the control scheme. There's the dash. The dash has kind of an implicit cooldown. Yeah, I don't see anything on the overlay, at least that tells me what the cooldown is, but there's kind of an implied cooldown. There is a cooldown for the right-click ability, which is a shield in this guy's case. I'm guessing the right-click ability is different per character. Sound effects are kind of quiet, honestly. Not a bad thing. The coming back every time you die part, it does sound a little bit rough. A little bit rough. I'm not sure if this is the kind of game that rewards you for breaking stuff all the damn time. It's, oh, I was gonna say poopiness. I was gonna say it was poopiness due to that, but yes, there we go. Like poo penis, but yes. Yes, that counts. That counts. What's up, Argalso? Good to see you, bud. Move to click RSI. Well, the good news is actually this is not move to click. This is WASD to move. There might be move to click, but of course that's more of a, for me that's more of like the Diablo kind of way of life. Of course, we played Tower of Kalimanvo last week. That was a move to click kind of game. And I enjoyed that game a lot. I very much want to come back to play it. But yeah, playing like Path of Exile, that's the move, or the click to move rather. Yeah, that's the better term. Path of Exile is the click to move like left mouse button destruction kind of game. Left mouse button cock and ball torture, CBT. That will absolutely ruin your mouses and also your fingies. Give you that repetitive stress injury. That's all too real. PoE is WSD. Oh, that's good. That 2 is different. I seem to recall that the first one is a click to move. Yeah, and basically Diablo and Diablo 2 kind of set the stage for that. And of course, yeah, if you're like doing one of those like a billion actions per second or per minute or per second for that matter, when it comes to Diablo 1, Diablo 2, well specifically Diablo 2 and on, then yeah, that's rife for getting that repetitive stress injury, getting the forearm, like having to wear like the forearm brace, the one to keep your wrist nice and steady. Time to break all the stuff. Jesse, you know me too well. I see a bunch of barrels, bunch of boxes. I gotta break that shit. That's right, I'm a loop 12. That's me. Let's learn the basics, but first, let's break everything else. I don't care so much about fighting the, about you, Mr. Jack-o'-lantern fellow, but I definitely want to break all these things. There we go. You can see the damage we're doing. He does heal, of course. Dash around. There's a dash attack. That's kind of cool. It's like a little charge animation. That's kind of cool. Could lead in to a combo. Cast skill. It's kind of cool. Has a 15. Does that say 15-second cooldown? It's 15, but then it immediately pops. Maybe in this tutorial area, it's a little bit nicer. You can hold it down. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's really cool. The fists of a survivor. It's been a minute since somebody has complimented my fisting ability, but I appreciate that. PoE is more so. Yes, so I've heard. I've heard PoE 2 is a little bit more quiet, maybe not quieter, but a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, and yeah, more Dark Souls inspired, which makes sense. I've also heard that PoE 2 is having a weird thing where, on the one hand, there's a very Soulsborne inspired aspect to how the game controls and to some of the bosses, that kind of thing. But there's also really fast mobs that spawn that require really quick movements, that kind of thing. And that there's these like two competing philosophies that are kind of like butting, that are like causing some friction. And it's tricky because you have the younger player base, the newer player base that maybe didn't play a ton of PoE 1 but played a lot of Dark Souls games and are interested in this kind of more methodical move set in this play style. And then you have the old school PoE 1 players that came over from PoE 1 and want to check out the sequel, and they're expecting something that is more fast-paced and more of a screen clearing experience like PoE 1. So you have these like two camps, and I think it's hard for the devs to satisfy everybody. So I hear that does cause some friction sometimes, but you know, it's still early access. They'll figure it out. It'll take time. These things always do. So I don't actually have the Q and the E abilities right now. That was just for the tutorial, I suppose. But I do have is a shield that pops very briefly, but has only a 10-second cooldown, which is pretty good. So if you know you need to block something scary, pop that shield. Doesn't last very long. Like about a second. It's about a full second, which is better than nothing. I'm a masturbator. What's up, Devil Poster? Thank you for that cheer, by the way, bud. Appreciate you, bud. Very nice of you. Pick a deal at the beginning of each room. Interesting. Interesting. Trying to cover a market it didn't cover. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, and I'm glad they're doing something different. I mean, you know, if they wanted to do PoE 1 but more, they would just continue to patch PoE, which they are doing. I like the idea of PoE 2 doing something kind of different. Trying to appeal to it would be silly. Well, all I can offer is just what I've heard, that I, as a critique that I've heard about PoE 2, is that there's things that are being done to try to satisfy the PoE 1 camp. But again, that kind of thing, it can be forgiven because again, it's an early access game. There will be some growing pains, and they'll figure it out as they go. But I understand that has caused some weirdness for some folks. So we'll see. We'll see. But anywho, so let's see what this is all about. I like how his name is Dumpkin. Does that mean he's got that dumpy? I don't know. He looked like a scarecrow guy, so I don't know if he really has that dumpy, but maybe he's got something he's hiding there. Maybe he's got something he's hiding. Oh, thank you, Devil. It's very nice of you to say, man. It's very generous. And then Duder Dad says, also, learn something else about Alex. You'll be impressed. So let's look at our options here. So you have an ancient relic. I'm not sure what the relic is, but it's probably something cool. Maybe like a limited resource. And then Ankle Breaker. Your movement speed is not as good after you dash for a short time. That's a 3 difficulty one. So whatever the ancient relic is must be damn good. Or just better attack damage. Giant tentacles appear at the edge of the room and smash the ground when you get too close. That one sounds, I guess, less bad. We know this is a good thing. We know, like, this is good for sure. I'm guessing this is good. But we know this is good. And this sounds avoidable, at least. Yeah, this is the buff you'll receive. And then, yeah, they remain with you until death, unless stated otherwise. And, of course, this is the debuff. Try to hard appeal to everybody. No matter what you do, you gotta make some hard choices, right? That's part of game dev. That's part of software development. It's part of life. One of the earliest lessons that I had to learn as a kid, that admittedly I do still struggle with, is my parents trying to talk to me and say, Alex, you can't make everyone happy. You can't please everybody. That's just how it goes. And I think they tried to drill that into my brain because they could tell that, you know, some people are just naturally, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say naturally, but some people try their best to be people pleasers, and that can very quickly lead you down a path of anxiety and disappointment in life. They tried to, like steer me away from that because it's like, listen, it's nice you want to be a people pleaser, but at the same time, the reality is how it goes. Curses stay in this room specifically. Only in this room. Interesting. All right, so sure enough, I'll go for this one. Here's the tentacle. There he is. As long as I don't get too close. And he does telegraph where he's going. Of course, I got that dash. If I just leave that little area and go fight this guy. Unless he follows me. Maybe he'll grow over here as well. I'm digging the visuals. The game looks very pretty. And you know, we played Rainbreaker. We played Rainbreaker a couple weeks ago, and I loved that game. Really, really love the game. Also, like, he's not attacking me anymore, so maybe we're chill now. Maybe we're chill now that the room has been vanquished. But yeah, Rainbreaker adored that game, and of course that game, you'd be forgiven for looking at Rainbreaker and going, is this Hades? Is this a Hades-like? So that game was phenomenal, and I really enjoyed it. And the similarities to Hades were more than just cosmetic. I'm also getting some Hades vibes here. So interesting stuff. Right, sure enough, by the way, when I broke the boxes and barrels, I did get some trinkets. We go into the next room, and we pick another series of buffs and debuffs. Good to know. Good to know. Augustus says, make me specifically happy. If you focus your efforts to one person, you're all set. You're all set. You got nothing to worry about, baby. Nothing to worry about, man. There you go. There you go. Tried too hard to focus to please, like, specific groups. There is something to be said about the focus group. The dreaded focus group, which was a thing that, of course, PR and marketing and advertising firms discovered years ago. You know, probably in the probably in the 90s, honestly. Also, Adam, by the way, man, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that resub. 59 months. That is correct. 10 months until the nice. You are nice, Adam. Thank you, buddy. All skill damage and also a cursed totem, which will heal the bad guys. Let's go for this one. Adam, you're a goddamn homie and a gamer, and thank you, buddy. That's very generous of you, my man. Very gosh darn generous. Can I kill the totem? Is it mean I can kill? If nothing else, I can outdamage these guys, no question. I wonder if I can just kill the totem. There's one out to the side as well. Thank you, Adam. 59 months, and he says 10 more months until the nice. At which point you'll have to cancel your sub forever. That's how it works. You know, once you hit that point, then the sub has to be preserved in all of history. So yeah, if it can't progress beyond that mark, and then because otherwise you hacked it, man. By that point you've fully reached your max level. Any other things I can snag? Any other things I can snag? But anyway, yeah, just the whole thing about the focus group, you know, trying to really like, trying when it comes to advertisers or marketing firms trying to really hone in on like what makes the consumers tick, what do they really respond to, what do they really like, which on the one hand I think there's a time and a place for that style of like solicitation of what do the people want, what responds well, what's good, what's bad, what do they like, what do they dislike. I think there's a time and a place for that. But at the same time, I think there's something to be said about getting lost in the sauce and trying too hard to like hyper focus on that aspect, because like Ace is saying, you hyper fixate on that and you kind of get lost in the mud, right? You get lost in the details, and then you're kind of like targeting such a specific group, you forget about, well, there's all these other diverse people that play games and engage with your product. So the focus group thing is nice, but if that's like the singular focus, then yeah, it's like you're not looking at a realistic slice of your player base. So it is tricky. It is tricky. Is it a tentacle or a genital? Hopefully the answer is yes. Hopefully the answer is yes. The group should be your focus. I mean, ideally it's a good representation, but I don't know. I'm not sure it always is, unfortunately. Let's see what the ancient relic is. I'm kind of curious. I'll just be a good boy about the ankle breaker thing. I'll just be a good boy. I mean, the blue essence thing sounds cool, but this ancient relic sounds so tantalizing, and whatever this ankle breaker thing is, or rather, whatever the ancient relic thing is, it's probably really cool. Probably really good, whatever this is. People want conflicting things. Well, that's the other aspect of it too. How reliable is the focus group? How reliable is user feedback? Because I love it when a game developer offers up, you know, like a feedback form is soliciting input from gamers, from players, from playtesters. But I don't know if all feedback is necessarily equally valuable. So like there are times where a developer has received feedback for a game, and the feedback that they got was like, you know, from maybe a streamer that was like a higher priority person, where like they had a big audience, what have you, so they had a lot of sway, and they took their opinions and thoughts into account, and then when they implemented it, everyone said, man, I hate this. Turns out like maybe not everyone's feedback, like maybe like the idea of the feedback was wise, but the like was sound, but then when it comes to like the actual details of what should we, here's the problem, okay, yes, the problem was identified correctly, but here's the suggested solution. That's the part where it's tricky. Like that's where the developers are the ones that, you know, that's their job. Their job is the one to fix the problems. So yeah, if you have like kind of armchair game developers who are like, well, all you gotta do is this, that's not always, you know, necessarily going to lead you down the right path. So I would hope that most game devs know when to hold them and know when to fold them, right? Know when to like take that kind of feedback, take that kind of those data points and say, yes, let's use these, and others that say, thank you for your feedback, but and you know, not just, you know, full send everything, obviously. But thank you again to Adam. Been playing some Schedule 1. You and Whale is another one of our buddies on here. He says he loves that game. So I have a number of friends that have really been jamming on that one, which is awesome, man. I'm glad you're really enjoying it. That game does look very cool. Does look very cool. Interpreting who the consumer is. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you, Ace. Yeah, that's a thing that, like, yeah, trying to find the group to focus on and like being able to trust their feedback and soliciting it properly. There's all these pitfalls where you can get lost in the sauce. So let's see. Oh, so this is the artifact. I guess the artifact is like a perk. So artifacts are very, very good. Hence why the ankle breaker thing sucks so bad. Reduce damage taken. Freeze enemies that deal damage to you. This one's rare, therefore it's better, obviously. Reduce damage taken by 50%. I don't know. I guess the idea is if you get more max health, that number goes up, maybe? Yeah, and then, yeah, the skill damage. So I guess the numbers are affected by these other things. So let's go with that one. That sounds cool. Maybe we'll get other abilities that... oh, okay, so that highlighted area is not fully indicative. Ouch. Not necessarily fully indicative of where you need to be. So because I was outside the line, but I still took a bit of a hit there. I'm getting beat up a little bit here. Ouch. I'm getting shit on a little bit, and not the kind that I usually have to pay good money for. Of course, we took the tentacle earlier, and the tentacle is still there, so even though we got away from it in that one room, it didn't fully go away when the match ended. That's the thing. So you're looping to the same areas. Whatever curses you bring upon for a single room, do stay in that single room. Ankle breaker thing still active? Oh, it is for this room. Just for this room. And I guess for this room as well, because it still says room debuff, although the smashing tentacle doesn't reach from there at least, which is good. Yeah, but look at that. We know how many times we have to loop, because we have 12 to reach before the boss is reached. So I'm at about half health right now. We've got a couple other choices here. So yeah, good to know. Good to know that, yeah, the artifact thing is very good. And yeah, there's synergies to watch out for. I'm glad they point that out, which is nice. Some people don't know what they want. Yeah, they'll give conflicting info, yeah. I mean, I think it's just human nature, you know. Sometimes we see a thing and we react to it, but we don't always think about the full consequences. I don't always, you know. I don't take every opinion that I have or every thought that I have or feedback that I have to its, you know, fullest conclusion. And a lot of the times, yeah, a play tester or a beta tester, what have you, will play a game and they'll have feedback that says this thing is annoying, and it's like, yeah, on its own that's a valid thing. But then, yeah, then how to address it part, that's where it gets thorny, obviously, because yeah, there's all kinds of wrong ways to address certain problems. And sometimes if someone says I don't like blank, sometimes it's just okay, they don't like it. It's not their kind of game, it's not their thing. Like, that's fine. Like, you know, that's just how it has to be sometimes, right? Like, comes back to you can't please everybody. Just how it goes. People hate the changes sometimes. It does happen. It does happen. The car of the... Oh my god, the car of the future. I never even watched The Simpsons reliably, and I know about that episode. Also, Unstable, good to see you, bud. There's suggestions that defeats the purpose of having, like, a balanced team, that is, yeah. Direct you to the issues, but yeah, when it comes down to what I would hope that most players and, like, you know, users of software would recognize is, yeah, if they're offering feedback to a developer or a publisher, you know, some owner of software, and the developer or the publisher or whoever it is trickles that down to their developers to, like, fix whatever the issue is. Hopefully that they trust the developers to find whatever the problem, you know, address the problem accordingly, leave that up to them to solve, and not, like, try to dictate how a thing should be done, how a thing should be fixed. Because, yeah, that gets thorny for sure. I mean, sometimes the player base is onto it. I mean, there's been untold instances of developers for, like, smaller games perusing Reddit and responding to feedback and and implementing things that were specifically kind of outlined by the player base. That does happen. RimWorld is a good example of that. But yeah, it can get thorny for sure. 100 coins, but ghosts start roaming and inflict fear. Get a powerful skill, but deadly traps. I do like powerful skills. Let's look at the powerful skills. It's good to see you, Unstable. Also, that was a gift sub from Jesse. What's up, bud? Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse, for the gift sub. Very nice of you, man. Very nice of you. Thank you for that gift sub. Not at all a requirement, as I always like to specify, but thank you, buddy. Thank you, bud. Appreciate you. Ice Explosion deals 135 damage. Okay, this is one of the use skills. Strong Shoulder. Invulnerable, Dash Forward, and Burninate things. But this is a Nova, which is cool. I want this one. Perfect Cast. Affects a larger... So I guess if you hold it, like the one we saw earlier, more damage over the large area. Yeah, let's do this one. And we'll put it there. Let's try it out. Oh, cute. There we go. Okay, so the range is not that good, but it is pretty cool. Look at this guy. Oh, that's the deadly traps. And of course, the healing boys are still here. And they're really healing this guy. So yeah, these healing totems are still annoying. I was hoping because I broke them earlier, I was hoping they would stay dead. They did not stay dead, and that makes me sad. They misunderstood the assignment. They were supposed to, you know, be nice and do what I want, and it's all about me. Oh, that's a deadly trap. I was like, oh, it's this cool thing, and it made me sad. monies, and I did not get any health back, unfortunately. I was hoping I would. Do the deadly straps stay deadly? They do not. Yeah. What about these guys? Okay, yeah, the pressure plates are fine. So, 2 more loops, and then we'll enter into boss mode, presumably. It's a personal perspective. Yeah, I would not disagree. And I think it's just human nature to look at it from the personal perspective. What other perspective do we have? PvP is harder to balance. Oh yeah, I would say generally speaking that's correct, especially when you get into like any sort of like free-to-play game where there's like stuff that can be purchased, you know, premium gear that can be purchased. So yeah, how do you make it so it's not just straight up pay to win? Like that gets messy no matter how you slice it. Max health sounds good. Cursed totem heals. Yeah, let's do that one. Max health sounds good because that will inevitably heal me, at least in the near term. Ouch. Right, yeah, and then I shit everywhere. Except my shit is nice and cool. Okay, that guy's cool. Oh god. Yeep. Trying to time my dodges correctly. Oh, where's my button? Yeah, my thing's gonna take a little bit longer to charge up. Broken. Ouch. Oh, it's not counting down. It's the number of bad guys I have to hit, or maybe bad guys I kill. That's what it is. I thought it was like a counter, but I was like, why is the counter not going down? So it's 11 right now. Okay, it's number of hits. It's number of hits, not number of kills. Because I was like, 11 sounds like a lot. Yipes. Yep. Of course, he's getting out healed. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna actually reach me, but he did. He did reach me. That made me sad. There we go. Not quite as much damage as I was hoping, but still respectable. Oh shit. That ankle breaker thing is rough, and a good reminder, or rather not a reminder, but a good indicator of how when you have a really unpleasant debuff in a room, recognize you're going to circle back to that room eventually, and when that happens, it could potentially be really rough. So in that particular case, I got kind of an unpleasant combination of debuffs in this one area. So it's like, it's one thing if you go past it once and you're golden, but then you come back a second time around, there's more debuffs on top of the one that you just got, so it compounds quickly. It's an interesting system. I like it a lot. PvE balancing does need to be fair for both sides. Yeah, I think that's fair. Boss battle, by the way. Ow. Guessing I gotta kill the little fellers. Probably have to like perfect dodge. Ah, okay, this is probably not going to be a first time kill, although it's a roguelike, and I'm assuming there's probably meta progression. Oh boy, dead. Yeah, there's probably meta progression, so you're probably not expected to kill this guy first try. An achievement for dying for the first time, so I gain blue essence. Maybe blue essence is what you use for meta progression. There's 5 rooms, so in and 10 more rooms will be able to unlock another character. So we know this guy is stuck in this looping situation that goes on forever, cursed to an eternity of looping in these combat sequences, combat challenges that seem to go on forever. I don't know if doing that really any more than that does anything for us. Here's the lady, though. Maybe she'll cook us up something. Also, kitty cat? Can I pet the kitty cat? Oh, it's a doggy? No, it's... Okay, well, it's something, and it did not want pets. What if I try again? 0 damage, though, so it's okay. Hello, extremely large granny. You're very large. I don't know why you're so large. This is gonna be someone's fetish. Giantess Granny. Did anybody have a Giantess Granny on their bingo board? Giantess Granny? Anyone? Anyone? Anyone raising their hand right now? Well, or raising one of your hands if the other hand is doing something else. Hands above the table. Needs to be repaired. Tell me more. Oh, all right. Well, that was easy. Wow. She could be even larger. You're not wrong. Larger and also wrinkly. More wrinkly. Larger and wrinklier. Let's see what these things are. This is the relic diary, so we learn about some of the other relics and perks, I guess, really. These are the well of wishes. Maximum health. Okay, does this cost the blue essence? Got a 5, so we can unlock it. What does it cost to unlock? 7.5. Use 1 wish at the wishing well. How many wishes do I have? Oh, down here. And buy more wishes from the witch. Okay, so there, sure enough, this is the what's the word? Meta progression. This is the meta progression system we all knew was coming. Not everybody loves meta progression in roguelikes necessarily. And since this is very clearly a Hades-inspired game, it makes all the sense in the world that there is quite a bit of meta progression here. Not every roguelike has something like that. Binding of Isaac does. You know, that kind of thing. Noita arguably has some, but not a whole lot. Not in a way that is like hugely significant necessarily. So buying more wishes, of course. The witch's stash. And that sound effect. That's fucking heavy. It's a heavy sound effect. Let's turn that down a little bit. Even though I turned it down quite a bit already, it's turned down to 10%. Even at 10%, it's like fucking hitting you in the kidneys with sound. My god. 1%. Okay, I guess it's not a sound effect then. I guess that's the idea. This is not a sound effect. All right, so in that case, we'll do it the other way. So we'll raise this up, and then I'll lower this one down. So that's a little bit annoying when a game is like, it's sound effects, but we're not gonna actually give that one to you, Alex. Yeah, now that's better. Still kind of loud. Okay, I was gonna say it is still being affected by master volume, right? So it doesn't need to be like quite that like dick crushingly loud. Let's leave it at 50. That's fine. Cool. Good enough for me. On to the next run. How's that sound? Anything else I can break or interact with? I realize that like some people might look at a game like this and go, "Oh, another Hades ripoff." I don't know. I think this is an interesting system. I mean, the way it plays is Hades inspired, and the meta progression systems are kind of similar for sure. But I don't know. I think other than the visuals and like the control scheme, I think this is actually doing something quite novel. The idea of this looping mechanic. I mean, it's in the name. It is a roguelike that has a looping mechanic. This looping mechanic where, yeah, you're powering up your guy, but you're also debuffing and cursing a specific area. And you are locked in, or maybe not locked in, but you're going to have to revisit those same cursed areas over and over again. So yes, you're trying to build yourself up smartly, but also curse the area that you're having to revisit also smartly, so you're not setting yourself up for an impossible encounter later on. Like right now, yeah, the enemies in raids, they get stronger when their pals die. That's not too bad, obviously, right now, but that on top of that slowing mechanic we had earlier would be a rough combination. Movement speed goes up by 6%. That's kind of lousy. 25 max health is kind of nice. Scorching fire. Yeah, so this one would be, I mean, for me, seems more desirable. Max health going up by 25 does sound good. Fully chase you while dropping exploding bombs. It's just a single guy. That doesn't sound too bad. I think I will go ahead and go for this one. I'm just hoping it's not too obnoxious. Hoping it's not too obnoxious because for now it'll be doable. Yeah, so he's enraged. He's big Angie. Big Angie, there we go. And that's the resub from Whale. What's up, bud? Whale, thank you for that resub, my mans. Good to see it. Does he have multiple debuffs? Or multiple, not debuffs, multiple enragifications? Also, it's only for nearby bad guys. If you kill a guy from far enough away, they won't recognize. They won't get that that enragification. So that's kind of cool. Didn't take a single bit of damage. Love to see it. And of course, our max health is higher than it was last time because we increased our max health in the meta progression systems. And yeah, sure enough, you definitely do want to break other things because other trinkets might be hiding inside them, like that 3 delicious gold. 3 delicious gold. By the way, Whale, thank you for that resub. And he says, oh my god, you are right. You are right. Not only is it 69 months, Whale. Whale, you're a goddamn legend. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Ooh, the mini boss sounds scary. That blue essence is a very important meta progression currency, so I kind of want to go for that one. Dash blocking sticky surfaces appear in the room, which does sound annoying. I think I'd rather take that than a giant enemy mini boss lad. I mean, it's probably not too scary, but I don't know, this one sounds kind of nice, honestly. Whale, thank you for that resub, man. That is awesome. 69 months, in addition to being the funny meme number, is a long damn time, so thank you, my dude. Thank you for sticking with us as long as you have, putting up with my fucking ass as long as you have. Very generous, man. Very generous. But on top of that, indeed, it is the funny number, and it's on the funny day number. 69 on 420. What an absolute goddamn legend. What an absolute legend. What a stud. I got parchment. Parchment, more like farchment. Nailed it. Some good shit, man. That's some good shit. Just the timing, like the coincidence is just bananas. It's just truly delightful. Whether or not it was planned that way, it's hard to say. But it was written in the stars, my man. We get a nut dab? Nut. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome, man. Thank you, bud. Yeah, very nice indeed. That's an extra nice. Explosive barrels and hunting wolves. This is Rogue Loops, by the way. Really cool little roguelike, which, sure enough, has a looping mechanic. Who would have thunk it, right? Crazy shit. Who'd imagined? So the wolf will fight for us, marking enemies. Marked enemies take more damage. Explosive barrels deals damage to you if you touch them. I'm assuming it also hurts the bad guys. Rat infestations. Here's in the room spawning the body boys. Let's go with that one. So that means we have the bad guys, when they die near other bad guys, they will get enraged. Little fellers. And also the rats. The rats are popping off. But now, where is the biggest rat that makes all of the rules? That's what I want to know. You can see, yeah, we're like the little hovels through which they're spawning, but they take exactly 1 hit to pop off, to pop out rather, and pop off. So it could surprise you for sure, but on their own, they're pretty harmless. Little ratto fellas, little ratto lads. Final Sentence. It does not ring a bell, but it's a typing game that's a battle royale. We're actually going to be playing a typing game in another hour or two. We're going to start up Blood Typers, which looks really cool. We're going to start up some Blood Typers. So we're going to be playing a typing game, but I've not seen a typing battle royale game. That sounds interesting. The game we'll be playing will be, I think, more akin to Typing of the Dead, kind of, sort of. You do the rat infestation thing here as well. I don't know what gold really does for us. I don't think you take gold with you when you die. I think that's only for use in a run, I think. 3 eggs spawn in the room. If not broken, an elite monster hatches. That sounds a little bit scary. Elite monster hatches. I'm curious. We'll try it out. We'll try it out. So find the Eggos. And you know, this one's fairly easy because we know that they're going to be there because we had just gotten the we just unlocked, or I guess, or chose that debuff, so we knew about it ahead of time. But that when we loop back around to this room a second time, that's going to be a little bit trickier because that'll be just long enough I might have forgotten about previous purchases. And of course, I can check in the top left. It's not visible right now, but in the top left, you can see what the debuffs are. So, you know, if need be, I could could check up there for a quick refresher, but hopefully I'll have the wherewithal to look up there and go, oh, right, the eggs, or I'll see them. I'll see them and be like, oh, right, the eggs, I gotta deal with that situation in 10 seconds, or else there will be consequences. Unforeseen consequences. The meme numbers, man. He says it's the highlight of my week, man. I'm flattered. I'm flattered, Whale. I know it's a Sunday. We all got the Sunday scaries. I'm with you. Not looking forward to Monday or just the week in general. But I'm flattered. I'm flattered you get to pop in and hang out with us. And that was like a fun moment. I mean, of course, it's selfishly fun for me, obviously. But I do appreciate you, man. That's very generous. 69, and again, no matter how you cut it, man, 69 months, that's a long damn time. That is a long damn time. It's over 6 years, right? Or no, over 5, wait. 5 years? Yeah, 5 years, because 12 times 5 is 60. So yeah, so actually coming up on 6 then. Holy moly. Yeah, 5 and 3, yeah, so we're almost to 6 years, which is pretty remarkable. So that's a long damn time. Half a decade. Half a decade. I mean, Elgaso hit us with 77 months yesterday, I think. We determined that was like a little bit less than 6.5 months. So same kind of like idea. Like, man, that's like such a staggering amount of time, man. No matter how you cut it, that is truly extraordinary. Poison Spirit, and then the Deadly Traps. You know, I tell myself I can deal with the Deadly Traps, but last time I got pretty bad by those things. But maybe I have the knowledge now. Maybe I can handle it. More relics means you do more damage, or this one. Gain a shield if taking damage, block attacks for 1 second, so it helps you not get attacked multiple times. I'm gonna just try to get more relics. I'll try to get more relics so I can get more dammy dams. He's big mad, but he's also big dead. Ouch. I'm not sure how much you heal in between rounds, because it seems like there was the implications. The implications that when you die, or not when you die, when a round ends, you get a little bit of a heal. Gotta be careful. You guys get the lasers. They also got the stupid is what they got. That's right through their projectiles. I'm not gonna test it. Actually, okay, I guess I will test it. Yeah, if you dodge through a projectile, you will not take damage. Some games, if you dodge through a projectile, you'll just hit the projectile. So yeah, so we did not get any automatic heals there, but sometimes you do. I think sometimes you get heals after rounds end. Because I definitely, like last time I remember being at like 30 health, and then at one point I looked down, I was at like 38 health. There's one of the traps there, by the way. We're approaching the final sequence of loopages and snoopages. Deadly traps. Yeah, I definitely want more relics. First attack will, after using a spell, will always be critical. I don't have any spells right now, so probably this one. Attack damage is increased until the first dash. So if I don't dash, I'll be a fucking badass. Oh, the eggies. Didn't I just say I have to not fuck up? Ouch. There we go. So I remembered this time. I was a good boy. Yeep. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna lose the bonus. That's fine. That's fine. Good to know that those projectiles do get blocked by the bad guys. That's kind of cool. Also, good to know you can interrupt that little spinny boy attack by slapping the asses. I wonder if the block thing counts as a spell. I mean, I guess it's an ability at least. Of course, when they have shield, they do have super armor, so they don't get stunned when you hit them. They are... The stun can be broken. Stun can be broken after that, though, once the armor is, that armor is lost. So, yes, I didn't get any heals there. Let's jump on down and see if I can fight this guy again. See if I can prove myself. Oh, it's a different boss. Is it an anglerfish? An anglerfish with boobs? A booblerfish? Ouch. Yeah. Does it look like it? I thought I was breaking just the shield. I did indeed knock her out. That spawned the big boy. No, oh shit! No, it's the same guy. It's the same fella. Tries to tongue me. I'm flattered. Not doing a ton of damage. But it's enough, maybe. Figure he's gonna descend once again and I'll have to deal with the ladies. Doing a good job of telegraphing all these attacks really well. I feel like this fight feels a little bit easier than the one earlier. Maybe it's because I just am a little bit more confident in my abilities and have slightly more awareness of what I'm doing. And I think I have a better build. Like I was a little bit more conscious with my choices earlier. Started with more health too. But it is a different configuration. Like the attacks he's doing are completely different. It's the same boss, I think. I think it's the same boss. But yeah, he is doing different attacks. Yeah, so this has evolved. The attacks are getting more involved. I wish those were slower projectiles. I wish they were faster. More of I prefer when projectiles like that are faster, not slower. Like when they're slower, they're harder to dodge. Conversely. When they're slower projectiles, I'm liable to run into them like a dumbass. When they're fast projectiles, at least they get out of the way nice and quick. Oh shit, right, when he beaches himself like a beached whale. That does initially do some slappages. Just move slowly, or standard moves. Whoa, don't like that. Whatever you're doing, don't want it. Let's do it. I remember that one earlier. Yeah, he had some gotta dodge through it kind of attacks that were tricky. Yeep, beep, beep, beep. Okay, I kind of put myself in a bad place. I put myself in a bad state, and I don't mean Florida. Past the halfway point. Will I be able to kill him before the round concludes? Whoop. Not sure. I don't know if it's based on damage dealt or time, but there's obviously like there's gateways, there's checkpoints, there's phases of sorts. So we did get his ass. Defeat the first boss, Ymaried. Got his ass. Banished back to the pits. Kind of like a slammer kind of guy. Different configurations on the same, but yes, you're correct. You're correct, yeah. Now, in all fairness, I've yet to play Hades, but I have seen it. I've seen to that shit. An achievement for escaping the first floor. But of course, it's not just that easy. There's more where that came from, or there's deeper where that came from. Will says, excuse me, Alex. Excuse me. Who ya beachin' exactly, Alex? Who ya beachin'? I think you're just peachy or beachy. The low, it does look like the low what fella. I do like that guy. I'm assuming that the buffs that I gave myself carried over, and I think they did. But the room debuffs have, of course, reset, because now we're in a different room, well, series of rooms. So, clone enemies. Have a smaller clone. It's kind of cute, actually. I'm assuming that means they also can be killed, or maybe even have to be killed. The tentacle cannot be killed. Let's go with this one. Oh, I gotta find my way over to them. I give them a little something. This game is really good. I'm liking this a lot. I'm liking this game a lot. It is giving me like a satisfying challenge without being like what feels like cheap or anything. I feel like it's giving me stuff to chew on without kicking the shit out of me and feeling hopeless or helpless for that matter. And I would assume that there are people that might see a game like this and immediately go, oh, you know, write it off as like a Hades ripoff kind of thing. The visuals are of course very hard to ignore, and it's Hades inspiration, but there's enough other cool things going on here where I feel like this game is bringing something unique to the table, which I really appreciate. I really like that system of, yes, I'm buffing myself up, but I have to be choosy about the debuffs that I choose for a particular room and how I stack said debuffs around. Seems like that brings some really interesting strategic motions. Yeah. Do I want to preserve it? Does it belong in a museum? Maximum health or crit chance? The sticky surfaces. The sticky surface thing is not too bad, actually. Orbiting enemies, damaging you have touched. Ooh. The spirit flies to an enemy. I do not like that. Let's go with this one. The crit chance going up by 5% is hard to get that excited about, but the other one was pretty crappy, so this is the lesser of the two evils for sure. They got little... They're not quite homing, but they do have a... Ouch. They do have a kind of arc a little bit towards your... Yeah, towards your direction there. Okay. So hoping I can get in the middle of them. But I didn't. I didn't get in the middle. You guys remind me of the Burning Souls. Enemies from Doom. Doom 1 and 2. I'm up to 76 gold. I'm also down quite a bit of health. If there was a healing opportunity, I would gladly accept it. That's where I might take some kind of maximum health boosting opportunity, because maximum health getting added would also increase our current health accordingly. Powerful skill or the relic. I kind of want the relic. First attacks against enemies are absorbed. Attack does nothing. Just gotta attack fast. Go fast, eat ass. I don't have any perfect skills yet, unfortunately. Or rather, I don't have any skills. I'm skillless. Attack damage does increase for every room, clear without taking damage. Well, that's probably not going to be happening, so I guess I'll take this one with the expectation that I'll get some skills soon. Let's just assume that more skills will be happening. These guys are nice and slow, and I'm just kicking the shit out of them. That was a lucky miss. And I was able to get through. Oop. Lucky for me, this guy's aim is for shit. Oop. Get out of here. Alright, he creates a friend. He's a smaller, weaker... Ouch! But he's still annoying. Smaller and weaker, but still annoying. We have 142 blue boys. We should be able to do some pretty sick-ass meta progression contributions next time, which would be good. Even if this run is nearing its inevitable conclusion, we're still bringing some nice treats home with us. See if gold... Again, I don't think you take gold with you, but I guess I don't know what gold does. Tree sprouts in the room. That sounds kind of nice. But poisonous mushrooms. So you get a nice healing plant, but the evil, scary mushrooms are less than nice. I'm not sure. Does it keep popping? There's the mushrooms. You definitely want to avoid those things. Ouch. Ouch. Oh my god. Guys, jumping around all wimbly bimbly. Ouch. Ouch. I keep thinking I'm not allowed to go into the sticky stuff. You can go in the sticky stuff, you just can't dash through it. And also I keep forgetting that, yeah, when the guy starts to charge, you can challenge it. You can interrupt it even. You just have to kind of be confident as you approach. That's a nest. Pooping him out. Ouch. Okay, but okay, you can't challenge getting shot in the head, though. That's kind of hard to come back from that one. There we go. And we got a parchment. I don't know what parchment is. We'll find out soon. We'll find out soon. We cleared a lot of rooms. Oh, we were one room clear short from unlocking a new character. That was probably the one room we needed even. The one we died in, so... Just one room shy of a new person. That's fine, though. That's fine. We'll do at least one more run, then we'll jump to another game. This game is really good. I'm really enjoying this. I'm really digging it. What's up, G Money? Was there a glitch that was giving you trouble when you were trying this out? Is he losing an... I think he lost an arm previously. I thought his name was Vermont. No, Velmont. It's Vyman Velmont. Used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arm to the... Gone. Very good. So he has... Oh, are these side quests, maybe? Aid roots and slime leeches. Alright, well, I don't have the stuff for you, but I'll keep my eyeballs peeled. Keep my eyeballulars eye-peelured. There's that guy as always. Here's the well. Of course, I have no wishes right now. No wishes right now. Enemies from behind. Can't do it. Can't hit him from behind right now. Sorry, can't do it. New relic. New Ooh, really? The swift hands. I got them quick hands, all right. That's right. It needs to be more horny. You're not wrong, Elgaso. I mean, the horny, extremely tall babushka is great. Who doesn't love an extremely tall granny? But it can only do so much for us. Roasting of the fire would increase your HP. Oh, wow. That sounds awesome. Buy more wishes? I feel like I should probably save up for the stash. Once after boss fights. Yeah, I should probably go with that one. Yeah. Healing well? Yeah, that sounds kind of nice. If I buy one... Okay, well, I'll buy one wish. I'll buy one wish. And it gets more expensive. Good to know. Good to know. It gets a little bit more expensive each time. Can't say I'm so horribly surprised. Should I hit it from behind or should I give myself more health? When you... Oh, you regenerate health. I should probably go for it, honestly. A little bit of a beard hair there. I'm guessing that's a percentage, not just like 7.5 HP, but probably percentage. Let's go for the regen. Sounds good. Knowing that there's a tier 2 is nice, for sure. That is very good. And sure enough, yeah, I did not take the money with me, and I guess I didn't take the parchment with me either. Kitty cat? I'll try it once every time and see if I can finally become besties with Kitty Cat. Probably another station will be able to unlock here eventually. In fact, I see parchment here, so maybe there's something that involves the parchment here at some point. But yeah, if you keep rusting at the fire, you get crazy HP. I guess I haven't tried it. I guess I've never tried rusting at the fire. So, how's my HP? 7.5. Yep, still 60. Yeah, unfortunately, my health is pretty chill. Because, yeah, I could see just having it be additive, just stacking over and over again. It sounds hilarious, but yeah, maybe not very balanced, unfortunately. Marvel Rivals is horny. I mean, it appears to be. I mean, also, you know, the whole time the camera is fixated from the backside, so you get a lot of back shots. Wink. Phrasing. A lot of back shots. I remember seeing something like that about about Final Fantasy VII Remake. They were like, play this game if you love back shots. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down there, Tifa in the Italian Senate. What the hell? Yeah. Hades should teach you to make it very horny, and Balatro should teach you to make it... Yeah. So we need horny and, like, pinball noises. We need horny and, like, casino... jingles and shinies and yeah, abso-goddamn-lutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Yeah. Roguelites with blackjack. It honestly, unironically, blackjack and hookers. Absolutely blackjack and hookers. It really is. I'm gonna make my own game with blackjack and hookers. You fucking got that shit, baby. You fucking got that shit. Ooh, look at this. This is extra frisky on this one. Magic crystal appears in the room, which enemies are invulnerable when it's there. Or we get 100 coins. What do coins do, bro? What do coins even do? You know this one's gonna be fucking miserable. So if there was an option to re-roll, I would consider it. For now, I will not. Give me the gold. We'll do the egg thing, which is still annoying. We haven't seen how bad it gets when the eggs hatch. If I do my job right, we won't ever see how bad it gets, but probably not a good time. But I am enjoying this game, even though there is a distinct lack of horns. There's always room for more horns. I mean, you could say that for a lot of games. What's this, by the way? It is a... Oh, that's one of the things we need. So let's keep an eye out for the roots and remnants. But, yeah, to Elgaso's point, a little bit more horn goes a long way. I feel like a lot of games could stand to be hornyified a little bit more, you know? We were talking about Noita. That game could use some TNA for sure. You know, Marvel Rivals, that's got an acceptable amount of horns, but there's always room for more. Overwatch, that, like, was the for some players and even game developers, that game was like an eye-opening horny game generator. So that one, like, does a great job. That kind of birthed an entire Pornhub category on its own, really, when it comes down to it. I say why stop there. Yo, Minesweeper, get that game nice and horny. Solitaire, get some titties on the back of the cards. Who knows, man? Sky's the limit. Yeah, Solitaire, exactly, Elgaso. Solitaire, that's what I'm saying. Pinball, Space Cadet Pinball. Make the guy naked on the front. Easy. Easy peasy. Everybody gets horny. Every single person. Yeah, Space Cadet Pinball. There you go. There you go. You need the, yeah, you need all the, all the jingles. Yeah, all the jingles and also, yeah, eye candy and ear candy. That's right. Get some Kivzakud horny. Kivzakud has a little bit of horny, but not enough. And it definitely could use more. It definitely could use more for sure. There's the ankle breaker one, which is rough. That one is rough. Transformed into a harmless sheep. Oddly enough, I think I would rather the ankle breaker one. That one does sound pretty rough. Attack damage is increased until the first dash. First attack after using a spell will always be critical. I feel like I like to use dash too often. I use dash way too often. Let's go for this one. I'm too predictable. Although I guess that would help discourage me from relying on that too much with the ankle breaker thing. Of course, we only have ankle breaker for this room, at least for the time being. But yeah, I feel like I'm too predictable in that I love that dash move. I use it a whole bunch. The other barrels, feel like I broke all the first barrels earlier. Broke them all the way through. Yeah, Kivzakud is I mean, it has some horny, a little bit at least. It could definitely use more, and it's, you know, it's not a very visual game, so the hornet is more textual. Contextual. There's probably horny Minesweeper. There probably is, let's be real. There's probably also horny Solitaire. I could see some, like, Windows 95, or even Windows 3.1 developers, you know, back when, like, software development was a, I mean, it's still fairly niche, but it was an especially niche thing in the late 80s, early 90s. So, like, the kind of, like, closeted, like, horny nerds making, like, weird bitmapped images of boobs on, like, early-ass Windows MS Paint in, like, especially seedy basements or, like, dimly lit offices. I mean, you know, some people were up to some like, lo-fi horny shit back in those days, man. There's the sticky surfaces, speaking of horny times, or the blue essence. Let's do the blue essence. Yeah, I could always use more of those things for the meta progression. Get them eggs out of here. Get them out of here. Then I'll also grab one of those. In a minute. Gotta crack the eggs first. Economic, gotta crack a few eggs. That starts with this one. Oh, that's the poison fella. Alright, got that guy. There's two more of those puppies. Oh, wait, no, that was one of the roots, I think. I appreciate that they glow very obviously. Can't miss them. Can't kill the poison spirit so far as I can tell, and he goes away once the bad guys are dead. Once they get got. Gotta be naked dudes too. Get everybody, yeah, everybody gets naked, absolutely. Oh, I like that. I like the anime ghosts. That's very fun. That's very fun. Ooh. That's very good. Yeah, no, I'm with you, Elgaso. All body types, all flavors, all persuasions, all categories. Everybody gets some. Everybody gets some. D&D inspired. What about some Fatal inspired? I'll confess, I don't think I'm familiar with Fatal. But if it's horny, then the answer is yes. A resounding yes. Exploding meteorites every so often. I'm curious about the barrel, especially because the barrels might be able, if I can explode them from a distance, hurt bad guys, that'd be sick. Gain movement speed after a dash sounds nice. Gain shield after dashing. Ooh, that sounds cool. Let's do that one. That sounds exploitable. Yeah, you can set them off. And I don't think it actually hurt the bad guys, but you can set them off. So yeah, you might as well. Oh, but they respawn. Okay, that explains why then they don't heal, or they don't hurt the bad guys. Because that'd be super hilariously busted. If you could just have them just constantly pop to hurt the bad guys, that'd be hilarious. I'd freaking no damage that shit. That was sick. An achievement for clearing 10 rooms without taking any damage because I'm a goddamn gamer. Not in a row, mind you, but still. Did I get all of... I've one left. One of the little trinkets. Little nuggets. Little wood nuggets left. Is it horny and terrible? Horniest one on the market. Horniest one on the market. Good to know. And also it's terrible. Gotcha. Okay. It has all those things. All those things. Oh, merchant. That's kind of fun. Yeah. Let's fucking do it. I've never actually gotten to check out a merchant before. Spreadsheet games, gotcha. Too many rules, too many stats, and just it gets a little bit overindulgent. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. So I could buy more blue. Buy more blue. When your health is full. Okay, that's not gonna happen hardly ever. Let's be real. More health. Oh no, that's just heal, not more health. It's just there's some health back. I mean that one sounds great, but again, I'm not gonna be full health hardly ever. Hardly ever. Please drop a healing orb. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that sounds kind of nice. Let's go with that one. I was thinking I'd go for the blue, but are there any bonus things I can break to give me just a little bit more gold for my trouble? Would that be some shit if you were like 3 gold short and there was just a barrel that had like 3 gold inside of it? Wouldn't that be just the best? I'm sorry, excuse me, Ace, did you say dictate or did you say dictate? Asking for me. No, not a friend. Asking for me. I'm the friend I'm asking for. I'm my own friend. I was hoping that block would last a little bit longer. Get this poison spear guy out of here. Get his ass out of here. And with those back shots, that's right. That's right. We know about them back shots. Everybody gangster, the back shots show up. I'm feeling more confident now that knowing that bad guys can sometimes drop healing orbs. It's a 10% chance, I do believe. I do believe. Okay, I got 2 HP back there, so I guess the healing orbs are like baby amounts of healing, but still it's something. It ain't much, but it's honest work. One more thing he needs to drop, and then I'll be all set. It was big and heavy enough to use as a turkey slap weapon. A turkey slap weapon. Very realistic, by the way. Very realistic. I appreciate what it brings to the table. Baldur's Gate might have too much horns. Impossible. Too much? I don't know what those words mean in that order. Too much horny. I don't know what those 3 words in that order mean. That brain does not compute. Instructions unclear. Penis stuck in light socket again. Deadly spirit. Or no, not a dead spirit rather, which can inflict fear. I guess on my guy makes him run away maybe. Or maybe makes us unable to attack or something. Let's try this one. Crit chance. No, the barrel popped off. That's what it was. What does fear do? Oh, he like... Oh, okay. I guess I'm running away before I can... Where it happens. Maybe fear makes me run away from whatever scary effect is about to happen. It's like I'm afraid of what the effect could potentially be, so I dodge away from it. It's very much a meta fear. An achievement for doing something really cool. The explosion does knock them back, but it doesn't hurt them. Stun their ass. There we go. Get out of here with that lasers. Lasers, get that shit out of here. Got a little bit of healing orb. Oh no, it was the healing from... It was the regen from the clearing a room. That's what heals you for like 2 HP. Probably like... It's basically like 5%. 5% of a heal. Or of your health bar getting healed. And again, I'm still one of these things short, and it seems like they're just not spawning anymore. Unless one spawned and I just missed it because it was like in a weird spot or something and I just didn't notice. Haven't seen it. I haven't seen him. Cylinder caught... Oh my god, the cylinder. Who could forget the cylinder whale? Who could forget? The guy that posted, he would like to forget the dreaded cylinder. The OG poster, the OP. OP would like to forget about the cylinder. Transform to a harmless... That one sounds awful, but the smashing tentacle is also pretty rough. Pretty rough. Periodically transform. Can you still dash? I don't trust it. Let's go with the tentacle. Let's go with the tentacle, yeah. The tentacle is unfortunately large enough where it does get obscured, or does cause things to get obscured slightly awkwardly, so I don't love that aspect. Hey, get your guard out. Get your ass broken. That ass garden mofo broken. So once the guard is broken, then you can very much get past that, super armor. Actually, stun lock. It's pretty neat. Big fan. Big fan of that stun lock. Seems like there are still some attacks. Oh, okay, he does bounce. Good to know. There's still some attacks you have to be mindful of, but generally speaking, if you can close into melee, you're probably okay. Probably. Tentacle is still there, and yeah, I don't have the fourth of these things, unfortunately. Hopefully, it doesn't have to be all in one go. Hopefully. They're gonna be fighting the same guy, but some flavor of him. I'd kind of like a rematch from that first flavor where I got fucked up real bad. Chance to prove myself, maybe. I wish it might be coming true because this looks pretty familiar. Yeah, this is exactly it. Yeah, because I was gonna say that second flavor was pretty chill, all things considered. Yeah, it felt real easy. If I had some kind of build that was like, yeah, when you kill a thing, a chance for a blank to happen. Although I guess I do have the thing that says a chance to heal. Oh my god, that is rough. That's the totem. Can I kill it? I cannot. Oh, no, you cannot. I was gonna say maybe I can kill the totems. No such luck, unfortunately. Yeah, look at all that damage I took. Yeah, maybe it's best to just ignore the little fellers. Oh my god. I keep forgetting when it first lands, it will be unpleasant. Oop. Yes, if I ignore these little fellers, can I get away with it? I don't know if I can get away with it. I can't keep getting away with it. Ouch. I think I'm this run is not long for this world. Is it Jover? It's Jover. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like just a tougher variant. That just seems like a tougher boss, which is fine. But yeah, it's like comparing and contrasting that particular flavor versus the one we fought successfully earlier. Kind of like no question that one's a lot harder. Do I unlock the new friend? I do unlock the new friend. Amber, the daughter. She has a ranged attack, perhaps? Less health. Yeah, less health and less attack. And less crit chance. And more crit damage. No, I'm sorry. Better crit chance. Better crit damage. Skill damage is the same, but I'm guessing hers is probably ranged. A friend! Although he doesn't look very friendly. Looks like a smaller version of the boss we fought last time. She's got ranged attack. She's very fast. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of this guy. What's her special? Can't use it here. Like she does a little spin. I like the little spin. Here's two of them. Or I'm sorry, here's two of those things and three of these things. But yeah, it has to be all in one. All in one deal. Can I afford the thingy? I'm a little short. Short and stout. Do I go ahead and buy another wish? Yeah, I think I do. I'll buy one more. One more for the road. How's that sound? I said that run was going to be my last one. Let's do one more because I want to try out this cool new character. That's how you know this is a good game, where I'm like, all right, one more. All right, one more. That's how you know that's how they get you, man. And I'm kind of curious. I mean, yes, this sounds kind of cool, but I think I'm also curious to see what this thing is. So once I get backstab, the first time you deal more damage, that sounds kind of cool. That sounds kind of cool. So yeah, I could see myself going in on that further out. So yeah, that does sound nifty, and I find myself, especially with the melee guy, going in for backstabs fairly frequently. Especially like for the guys that have the armor, the super armor, where you can like dodge behind them and kind of wail on them while they're finishing an attack animation you've dodged. Good opportunity there. And then whomst is your story? Or what is your story? Realmera. Long way to go. What dis? Oh, I have little thingies. I've been collecting little wispies. I wonder if that's for like completing levels or somehow I've been collecting these little thingies. And it says switch. Huh. Arrows and then the bow. I guess the idea is okay, so I can't do this one yet. There's the critical chance. So is this what I have right now? trying to understand here. Like our arrows. Okay, yeah, that's what I have right now. This is what I have right now. So I could level this up and get this, I guess, additional piece. What stack arrows on enemies and detonate them. And I'm guessing this is not per character. This is like per account. So you have to be careful about like how heavily you invest into one character versus across the board. I see this down here. 10. Okay. So if I go ahead and go in on this one. Okay, so that, yeah, upgrades it. Oh, it goes to, oh, that upgraded the character. Okay. I was thinking it was going to have some kind of bearing on the skills. But no, it just upgraded the character and upgrades it down here. From a UI perspective, I wish that was a little bit more clear. What I was leveling, or what I was upgrading rather. And of course we have one more. We could level up one more. Yeah, so the blessings. Maybe the idea is when you get to the question mark, maybe that's when you get to choose the skills. Because I thought I was like about to unlock the next skill, or I could go here and unlock that one for the first time. That part was a little bit unclear. The fact that it's kind of tucked away in the corner and it's like kind of small. I wish what you were about to upgrade was more front and center, more obvious. But now we know. It's just a small little UI quirk, and not you know, talking shit, but just a minor little gripe. I still see she's got the big exclamation point, so I'm not sure if there's anything else here. We have one more to spend, but I think I'd rather hold off and spend that on the other guy. Not going all in on a single character getting all the goodies. Just some of the goodies. Let's try this with the new character. And I'll be curious to try the cool new special ability as well. Seems like you can't in the middle of the fight. Or not in the middle of the fight, in the kind of campfire area. Increased crit chance, and her crit chance is quite good already. Roots and hurts. Stepped on, so don't step on the roots. That's simple. Oh, there we go. Okay, you can shoot through the fence. Like, can't move. We can sort of move, and you can, okay, never mind. You can only sort of shoot through the fence. A little bit unclear to me how the special ability works. Oh, there we go. I got enough of the goods. Got enough of the goods now. Yeah, it's a little bit unclear to me how the special ability works. Can I, like, look at information about it? Tab, I think. Pull back her arrows. So do it. Maybe I'm supposed to hold it. Especially to pull the arrow stuck in the ground back to you and deal damage. Oh, okay. So you want to, so when you shoot the arrows, do they get stuck in the wall or something like that? Especially to pull the arrows stuck in the ground back to you. And maybe it makes, maybe it's more obvious when you've like shot bad guys. Maybe there's arrows sticking out of them, and it's like there's like a visual indicator. You're yanking things back towards you, and things that can break. If you just walk into these things, it'll bust them up. Not as fun as swinging a weapon, but still gets the job done. Said, well, were you a little bit short earlier? I was a little bit short earlier. For once. Rarely happens, right? Rarely happens. A relic with the explosive. Honestly, the explosive barrels thing was really not bad. Really not bad on those, yeah. Let's go with that one. Spell cooldowns. I don't have spells yet, but I probably will later. Probably. And after using a spell, both spells, and I can't re-roll, unfortunately. Guess this one. Just because my person seems to do well with crits. She seems like a crit-centered lady. Oh, okay, there's an arrow. Yeah, I see them now. Then if I right-click, it'll yank him towards me. So, yeah, I don't know if I love that ability. It seems like you have to be very aware of your environment. Not just of your character and your immediate surroundings, but the environment in general. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of special abilities that are that require that, like paying that much attention to everything else around you when there's already enough things demanding our attention in games like this. You know, you're trying to be aware of your positioning when you're fighting the bad guys, all the other traps and hazards that are placed around. So I might switch that out at some future occasion. 55 blue essence. Oh, at least I have choices. At least I have choices in the matter in this situation here. Sticky zone or the poison spear. Let's go for the sticky zone because this character I don't think has to dodge as much if I play my job right. If I do my job right, rather. I say into right before doing exactly that. There we go. So that actually, it worked out well there. Felt like it worked out well because I was able to just kind of notice, like, oh wait, I've got all these things kind of all grouped together. So I guess that's the thing. If you're staying in one area and fighting in one particular direction, then it is a little bit more obvious. Then it does feel a little bit more obvious when you're when you've got those arrows to pull back, like when it's more effective. So that actually maybe it's not quite as contextual as I was worried it would be, because at first I was like, I'm not so sure about this one. Powerful skill or the relic. The skill would be a spell, and we have some stuff that requires a spell, so let's go with this one. Lightning Blade. Damage. Creates the Ice Nova. The Ice Nova was cool, but not... literally. But not as cool, not as useful for a person that hangs back out of melee range. And the perfect cast... So maybe it's like maybe it's not you charge it up to make it better. Maybe there's like you charge it up and release it at the right moment to make it extra good. Maybe that's what's going on here. This one, yes. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it comes back to me. Okay, good to know. Whoops. Down. Feeling pretty capable with this character. Feels pretty satisfying. Them golds. Very good, very good. Can I do a quick test? Okay, so I think that's exactly it. I don't think it is charged up a certain amount of time. I think you have to charge it and then release when the little icon fills up the right moment. I think that's when it's considered a perfect cast. Movement, but taking damage from enemies will restrict vision. Ooh, that sounds pretty rough. I would question if that's only a 1 out of 3 situation. Healing sounds kind of cool. Effective guy. Yeah. Damage on that one. Don't touch the spirit thing. You just don't do it. Resist the urge, Alex. Don't do it. Don't do the thing. So to test if I just hold it all the way through, then it is not perfect, yeah. So confirms that the perfect casting is truly a timing thing, not just a charge it up kind of thing. I can stop that in its tracks. Oh, that was a waste. I don't need the heals right now, but I will probably in a bit. Boop. That was perfect. It was. Oh, good damage. Good damage, yes. It's going to be a perfect round, a damageless round, or a I received no damage round. It'd be really cool. The room begin. Yeah, I think that was damageless. I think I did good. I think I'm going to leave that there if it makes a difference. Not sure it does. Character's very cool. Liking this character a lot. This is kind of how it goes sometimes. You know, you have multiple characters. The first guy's going to be a melee guy. Second guy's probably going to be a range guy, or a range gal in this case. Kind of makes sense that pattern would emerge here. The enraged fellas, the demon eggs. I mean, the gold thing is less exciting, but the enraged thing is kind of rough. Let's do the demon egg thing. I think that's easier to deal with. Especially since I got that range ability. It's pretty sweet, except I'm having a hard time reaching. There we go. Bit of a reach. Oh, I got it. I backstabbed the egg. Ah, yes. As you do. Backstabbing eggs, as you do. Did I get the perfect timing? I sure did, baby. That chakram does very good damage. I'm really enjoying that. The character is good, but I think I'm also getting a better handle on being able to use the skills accordingly. Of course, it's nice having an offensive skill, not have it be exclusively defensive, because yeah, that makes the defensive skills feel a bit less sexy by comparison. Oh, I can't use it. It's on cooldown. I was like, I want to call them back. That, but of course, boss battle is coming in hot, so that'll be the ultimate test on how this compares, how this build compares. Dive on down. Once again, the debuffs do not follow us. Our buffs follow us, but the debuffs do not. And this is the easier, I think, the easier flavor of this boss. There might be a bonus third flavor, but only time will tell. Oof, you get kicked out a little bit, shit on there a little bit there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yep. Like I'm at an easier time with this guy as the melee fella. Maybe that's how it goes too. Maybe certain flavors of characters invariably handle certain boss archetypes better than others. Yeah, as the melee guy, yeah, it seems like that attack is easier to deal with when you're in close range. Kind of makes sense. Hang back here. Oh shit, I shouldn't have dodged forward. That was silly. Be careful of that tongue. He's gonna lick me. Unfortunately, I can't see where I'm at right in that particular angle, so it's a little bit less than ideal. Now, this is a good spot to be. My damage output is still not the bestliest, but it's also not the worstliest. It is the normaliest, I suppose. The averagiest. Oh, the Chakram range is pretty... Well, I don't know if it actually reached him, so the range is a little bit limited. Use it against these ladies. I know for one of them, I need to stay kind of in the melee range. Ooh, good. Yeah, fucked her up instantly. Good instant murdification. Oh, fuck. Oh, dear sweet god. 3 HP. She fucking kicked the shit out of me. Alright, so there we go. So now I gotta be careful here. So we're at half health. Oh, this one right. One hit and I'm pretty much donezo. One hit and it's all Jova. Whip. The fact that that's a special attack and it's decently telegraphed is pretty nifty. It's like pretty not scary. As far as like a thing you can only dodge to avoid. Yeah, like you have to dash through it. Whereas in the other variant of this bad guy, he's constantly throwing out those little totems. Oh, fuck. Those little totems that spawn those things in like a pulsing format. Usually like 2 or 3 times. Oh, fuck, I didn't dodge. Usually 2 or 3 of them. So yeah, the fact that like one of his big scary attacks is this very well telegraphed dodge only attack, whereas the other flavor, he's popping those things out constantly. So feels like objectively the other flavor is harder. Now I kind of bungled that one because I took so much damage the first round, but still, that's pretty cool. It's a cool little game. It's a really good little game. I'm really digging this. Really digging this, and I very much like to come back and play more of it. It's really, really good. I'm really impressed. The stream is not ending. We're gonna switch gears to another game, but happy to check out Rogue Loops. Awesome, very good game. Thank you again to Keymailer for the review key for this one, and I will definitely be back to play more of it. It's quite nice. Rogue Loops by Fubu. Fubu Games, F-U-B-U, yeah, Fubu Games. Yeah, really good game. Really impressed. Kind of surprised they, I remember, yeah, seeing on Steam, yeah, it's been out for a few weeks. It's got like a couple, it's like 100 or so reviews, like, so not a ton of people have played it. But, no, I'm really impressed, and I hope more people do pick it up, because I think it's like, really enjoyable. I don't know, like, how much content there is. I mean, we saw there were 4... I think 3 or 4 areas. Obviously different bosses in different biomes, that kind of thing. And of course 4 playable characters. So I'm not sure if there's like, if there's like, I don't know, more that the devs are thinking about adding or whatnot. Like, I'm not sure if this is one of those games that would have like hundreds of hours of potential playtime necessarily, but for what's there right now, I'm really impressed. Highly recommended. Yeah, kind of similar to how I felt about Rainbreaker. Just very solid, very enjoyable. I'm like hungry for more. It's one of those where I want to keep going, man. I keep on going. I'm gonna grab my water real quick, and like I said, we're gonna switch gears to the other game for the night because this is a double header, double feature kind of night. Switch to water. Switch into the water. Normally I have my little desk behind me. Or not desk, but my little like mini table behind me, but not in this configuration. No, I really enjoyed it though. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, what'd you think, G-Money? Wish the loop had variants on the shapes. That would be nice. That would be nice, yeah, because the loop seems to be of the same basic general shape. Sometimes there's like a fence that cuts through the middle, or through the middle of one of the shapes. That is. Sometimes there's like the dead fish thing. Like there's like a little bit of variation in the overall shape and like some mix-ups, but not much. It'd be nice if there was like, here's a square, here's a oval, here's a crescent shape. Like, yeah, if they were like really mixed up, that'd be nice. If they really mix it up. Last Epoch, I've heard some cool things about Last Epoch. Yeah, I saw there's been a pretty big update for that one. So it was a pretty big update for that one. By the way, Whale, Paging Whale, you hit us with a water bottle relabel last time, didn't you? And I have my water bottle here now. I'm no longer sick. I was all sick a couple days ago. I'm all set. I'm all good now. My nose is unfortunately back to normal. No longer leaking excessive juices. However, Whale, your friend and mine, Mr. of a Cod, hit us with the resub. Or not, well, yes, the resub, yes. But also hit us with the water bottle label. Water bottle label. Yeah. Now, I appreciate you popping in, G-Money, and I appreciate that you've played this game as well. I think what you mentioned makes, yeah, perfect sense. As far as very, very fair critiques. So yeah, I would be curious if the devs had other stuff they wanted to like switch up or even contribute to the game, but just on its own, I'm very much digging it. Especially for people who are like big into roguelikes. If you're not a huge roguelike guy, I'm not sure it would be enough to sway somebody. I know people that are just not a huge fan of roguelikes, generally speaking, but yeah, it's like if you enjoy something akin to Hades, then yeah, I really enjoyed it. So here we go. So yeah, did I ever change the water? Yeah, exactly. This is the perfect time for it because we never actually showed the water bottle last time. I just kind of got caught up. So I got to scroll down here. Will, do you still have the same request, by the way? Because you could make it something different if you wanted. But I know what it was when you redeemed it yesterday was Great Fairies Bathwater, which is delightful, by the way. Delightful and weird, just the way I like it. Yeah, 69th month resub on 420. It was amazing. It was amazing. It still is amazing. Will, you are amazing. Also, Will, a year or two ago, for you guys are probably familiar with this, right? In Catholicism, Lent is something that is celebrated, and by celebrated, I guess I mean it's not really a celebration because you're like supposed to give something up for Lent for like a month. I am not Catholic. I'm not particularly religious, but I was raised Methodist. But still, I have a number of friends who are Catholic, so I know enough to be dangerous. The high school I went to was kind of basically a Catholic high school, basically. Unofficially, it was a Catholic high school. And so I know, generally how Lent works. And there's a Catholic church not too far from where Gracie and I live. And although I'm not religious and I don't really, fuck with Catholicism directly, what I do fuck with is a good fish fry. And the Catholics do a damn good fish fry around Lent, obviously. I didn't really do any fish fries this year, didn't really participate. But last year we did. Gracie and I hit up a fish fry not too far from us a couple times last year. And the place we went to last year, they had a series of options, and but they had a cod sandwich, but they didn't just call it cod sandwich, they call it God's cod. So every time we drive by that church, one of us is like, yo, can we swing by that church, see if they got the God's cod on tap? So now I also think of whale of a cod. So give me the God of a cod or some shit. Anyway, yeah, I love that shit though. I love that shit. Just hit us with the same label. I got you, baby. I got you. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna change the label on the stream real quick. The label and the category. Blood Typer. I'm excited for Blood Typers, man. This game looks really cool. Really, really cool. And I think this game is not in early access. For some reason, I thought, excuse me, that Rogue Loops was in early access, but I think it was not. I think it is in full release mode. This game, too, is in full release mode. This is not a roguelike. I don't think at all. I think this game is extremely not roguish. Not roguish in the slightest, but it is very horror-ish, which is exciting. Yeah, we're good. Good. Category has been updated accordingly. Hold on to your penises. Let's change the label on the water. So the stream label has been updated. Now for the water bottle label. Here we go. It's good to see you, by the way, Meerkat. Hope you're doing well, my mans. All right, so make sure I get the full spelling. So Great Fairies Bathwater. All right. Oh, I fucked this one up. Oh no, I kind of spaced this one out poorly. I'm gonna try that again. And actually, I think I need to dive into a fresh one. This one's actually kind of fun. I've actually never used one of these on stream before. I'm sure you guys have seen these before. Like every so often, you contribute to some kind of charity thing. They put you on some kind of mailing list, and they send you free gifts every so often. Maybe twice a year, they send you a free gift in the mail along with some solicitation for donations, whether it be the Humane Society, a Habitat for Humanity, that kind of thing. Whatever it is, there's some kind of charity solicitation happens where, yeah, they send you something. That free gift might be address labels for envelopes, a small bundle of stickers, that kind of thing. But sometimes it's like a little like series of maybe like 10, maybe 12 notepad, not post-it notes, but basically just a little notepad, just a peel and stick, not even stick, but just a peel notepad of sorts. And here's the one from St. Jude that I got some time ago, where it looks like it's sort of like hand drawn on the bottom, which is cool. Hand drawn dog and kitty cat. That's how it is for all of them. It's all the same design. So we're gonna use this very cute dog and kitty cat notepad of sorts to write extremely fucked up and deranged water bottle labels that I will of course tape to the water bottle accordingly. So let's try this again with the better kerning and spacing. And not mess it up this time. I'm going to be so cool. So cool and so normal. All right, we got it. We got it. Read it and celebrate. Not read them and weep. Read them and rejoice. Great Fairies Bathwater affixed to the water bottle label. So Hobbit's nose juices, you have been retired. You'll be happy to know that I don't usually do this because normally we have enough like cups upstairs where I don't have to bring my water bottle upstairs if I'm drinking water and I want to join Gracie upstairs for something and I'm bringing I want to make sure I'm able to drink water. Usually I leave this water bottle downstairs and I just grab a cup from upstairs. But again, since we're having this work done in the kitchen, we don't have as many dishes out, generally speaking. Excuse me, generally speaking. So over the past couple weeks, yeah, I've been carrying my water bottle around just so I always have water, and I'm dirtying up less dishes. Our kitchen sink is also kind of not really accessible, so I'm trying to like minimize how many dishes I'm dirtying up just because washing dishes is really hard right now. If we have to wash dishes in the bathroom sink, which is very inconvenient, as you can imagine. And yeah, when I had the water bottle upstairs over the past couple days, Gracie kept seeing Hobbit's nose juices. She would see the label on the water bottle, and it would make her laugh. And she didn't comment on it until she saw that one. That one made her laugh. I was like, how did you never comment on the girl dinner one? Because that one was especially unhinged. She was like, I did like that one too. I did like the girl dinner one too, but she said the Hobbit nose juices one made her laugh. But to me, girl dinner was like, that one had so many layers of implications. It was hard not to get delighted by that one. Yeah. Did we get a picture of the? Actually, here I'll do this one. I'll do this one. I'll do one better. I'll grab a screeny right now. I'll grab a screeny right now. And we'll post it in the Discord server for all to see. You know, we can all appreciate what Whale has done for society, for the betterment of society. You know what? This is worth being in the announcements channel. Shoutouts to the absolute mad lad Whale for pulling this off on 420 of all days. There it is. It is in the Discord server, not under general, not under weird shit and dank memes. We post that shit under announcements for all to see. Whale pulling off quite the impressive feat, no matter how you slice it. So there it is. There it is. 69 months on 420. Amazing. Truly, truly amazing. Truly amazing. We got the screeny saved forever. Saved for posterity. Love me a good fish fry. I'm in the same boat. I love a good fish fry. God's cod sounds like a euphemism. Maybe like a cod piece. Like a cod piece. I could see it. Could see it, and I would not complain. Would not complain. Jump into the games, boys. How's that sound? Blood Typers. Excited to try it out. Really excited to try this one. Is there an Eaton Parks? I don't think I've heard of Eaton Parks. Some God's cock. There you go. Yeah, the nose. Yeah, R.I.P. the nose juices. Nose juices was fun. I did enjoy nose juices, but man, like I said, the girl dinner was just delightful. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume this is probably kind of loud. Just a little bit loud. So let's go ahead and lower some stuffs. I see that the game is not getting captured yet. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, girl dinner was good. Layers like an ogre, that's right. Layered up like an ogre. Music is like kind of chill right now. Earlier it was not chill. I guess that's is that a sound effect? That sounds like a sound effect. Voiceover. I'll lower that a little bit. Probably low. Just kind of cap the master volume a little bit as well. Command prefix. I don't think I have to mess with that. Probably. Rotate, left and right. Oh, right, because we're going to be typing. I should probably move my keyboard up so it's in a more advantageous position. I can have full breadth of the keyboard while we're playing this, because this is a Typing of the Dead-like. Type of the Dead-like. Eaton Park is great. I've never heard of Eaton Park. I'm guessing it's maybe more slight east. Maybe, I know Wales not on the East Coast per se, but more Eastern flavored, as far as the continental United States goes. It's pretty sweet though, yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it. Is it? I'm guessing it's like a, like, not gas station, but like convenience store. Convenience store, but like probably food place, kind of chain. Because like, for instance, here in the Midwest, we have QT. We have QT, and that's like, it's a gas station and it's a convenience store, but their food options are pretty cool. They're pretty good. Oh, it's like a Denny's. Oh, okay, so I'm completely wrong. It's like a, yeah, kind of like an all-day diner kind of thing. Gracie and I actually did go to IHOP earlier. We did go to IHOP on Easter. And I thought it would be crazy. I thought it'd be crazy busy. It was actually pretty chill, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Loved it. Set your preferred microphone. Microphone enabled. Is there text-to-speech? Like, should I... Is it good for me to talk? I would assume some graphics quality. Rank that shit to ultra. And we'll lower this to 60 FPS though. No VSync for me. Alt input is set to your preferred. Yes, I mean I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure default is set to the microphone. I'm just wondering what that's gonna do. I wonder what the microphone's gonna do. Like what me talking will affect, if anything. Very curious. Also, I guess there's a multiplayer aspect to this game, which is kind of surprising. So, typing difficulty, right. I actually don't know what my WPM is. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's probably... Normally, I would say, like, whatever, like, the normal recommendation is, probably. So, maybe just the default recommendation. It's probably safe. It's probably not expert. I type a decent amount throughout the day in general. But I'm definitely not, like... Expert is probably for somebody who knows their average WPM, you know, words per minute. I don't know what my average words per minute is, so I should probably stick with the default. So typing difficulty and also general gameplay difficulty. I would say normal mode makes sense. Probably not brutal. Brutal and terrifying. Let's just go for the balanced challenge. That's probably the safe one. That's their fish sandwich. I always thought it was sheets. But yeah, I remember you saying it was a sandwich from a chain kind of near you, though. We got Lunatic Chef in the house. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Lunatic Chef. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, my man. Your timing is extraordinary, Lunatic Chef, for playing a new game. Well, it's new to me, but it's also new, like pretty new in the grand scheme of things. I think it's been out for about a month. This game, it looks awesome. If you ever played Typing of the Dead from years ago, this game looks awesome and very cool. It's called Bloods Typers. Game looks cool as hell. We got a review key from Keymailer. Shoutouts to Keymailer hooking us up with a review key for Blood Typers. And yeah, if you like Typing of the Dead, any sort of there was a couple of other Steam games that have some kind of typing mechanism where you deal damage by typing words that are on the screen. I've never played a game like this, but I've always wanted to try one out, so now's a perfect opportunity. So we have various scenarios to choose from. Looks like you have to start from the get-go and work your way up. Twerk your way up, even. Yeah. Denny's were good and had smiley-faced cookies. That does sound very delicious. Here's the thing. I love Denny's. I love Denny's. I love Denny's. I love IHOP. I love Waffle House. I devour all that shit. Like a smelly little gremlin. I love that shit. But at the same time, I understand that, you know, some people do have preferences. And not every Denny's, not every IHOP, not every experience is created equally. Without slinging mud, I'll just say I did have a very, very unfortunate food poisoning experience like 15 years ago at a undisclosed diner chain establishment, which made it hard for me to enjoy that particular establishment for a long time. But I, over the last couple years, came around and now everything's Gucci in the coochie. I understand that, yeah, not everybody has positive feels about all these places, but I love them all. Love them all. It's an abandoned movie making campus. Interesting. Okay. All right. I'm down. I'm very curious. A new kind of horror experience. Let's see what this has awaiting us, my friends. So not 24 hours though. Okay. That is unfortunate. Yeah. Was that after the pandemic? As I can think of a couple of other places that used to be 24/7, but after the pandemic, they had shortened that up a little bit. We'll give you a Sheets experience. I've heard it's amazing. I know Arctic loves Sheets as well. Last 3 times you got to... Oh, I don't know what Fins is, Meerkat, but I will say 3 in a row. 3 in a row rounds of food poisoning is pretty rough. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. 3 in a row is fucking terrible. Horrible, even. Interesting how they list the blood type. That's a very curious detail. They also list their occupation. The gaffer, there's wardrobe, set builder. So these are all movie making roles. Catering, dolly grip, storyboard artist. What's the movie making role that I love so much? Best boy grip. Best boy grip, I think, is an actual honest to goodness role, like film making role that will appear in the credits for a movie, in movies. But then the pandemic shortened them up. Yeah, there was a number of grocery store chains around here that did the same thing, where they used to be 24/7, but during the pandemic they had to shorten to like, you know, more normal hours. Still like 6 a.m. to like 9, you know, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. that is. So, you know, still pretty generous hours, but yeah, no more midnight runs to Schnucks or Dierbergs around here, unfortunately. Yeah, 3 a.m. Walmart, it just hit different. That's right. Seafood tacos, which sounds great, but seafood though unfortunately seafood can do that to a motherfucker, unfortunately. So as far as the balance people go, looks like it's Doug or Ren, and they have perks, which is kind of fun. Built in dismantles barricades, double health. Oh well, their barricades are very strong. Barricades have double health. More inventory. Flashlight slows enemy movement. That sounds pretty useful, honestly. Reloads firearms. I have an old streamer friend named Vivi. She doesn't really stream anymore, but seeing that makes me think of Vivi, so that's very fun. Automatically dodges one attack every 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Eats, makes, and shares food items more quickly, which is nice. Only type of word, then charge to shove groups. That sounds useful. This is nearby monsters. Let's go with Doug just because he's the default selection, and also his perk does sound pretty nifty. So let's go with that. It's already set for me. Private, I suppose, but apparently there's a multiplayer aspect of this game. That's pretty cool. So difficulty, that's good. We're set there. Scenario, we're set there. Previously saved checkpoints can be loaded. Guess we're all set. So we could re-roll, I guess, if we wanted to. Or I guess re-randomize, basically. Not gonna mess with that for now, but I guess the counter makes me... Oh, I guess it's if you were playing exclusively mouse and keyboard. I see, yeah. D, yeah. I see, yeah. Press D to go with the difficulty, S for the scenario. It's not a counter, that's if you wanted to randomly select. Yeah. I see, that's kind of cool. So it gives you mouse controls and also keyboard controls if you were so inclined. Yeah, best boy grip is a real role. It sounds memes. It sounds like memes, but it is honest to goodness for real. It is for real. Moth wrangler and stylist. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's ridiculous, but it does make sense. Yeah, fins. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Never heard of it. But yeah, it might be more in your neck of the woods specifically. So no joint. We don't. I mean, it's a private match anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. We'll do single player. I'm guessing the co-op aspect probably would make this game easier. So you know, if there was anybody that happened to own this game that wanted to play in multiplayer, I wouldn't like say no way, Jose. I wouldn't say like never. But we'll probably want to start out at least doing solo for a little bit. Vincent Fessler. He dug our flicks, wanted to meet the crew. Interesting. And in ghost mode. By the way, we saw the name of the developer in the intro credits. So it's to Outer Brain. Outer Brain Studios. This is a self-published game, by the way. A true indie project. Type this to move. Okay. I moved. Do I type this to move again? Or do I say rotate camera? Oh, I see. Shift. Ah, okay. Dry. This is pretty cool. Like, yes, there's no option to go that way. No option to go that way. My health is excellent. Man, nah. Man, nah. Anything back here? I was thinking, like, can I go to the back of the back of the van? Anything about in the back of the van I can snag? All right, let's go back to nah, and then man, and then dry. Anyway, we're moseying this way. We ended. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. There's only two locations. Gotcha. Well, I'm sorry, not Will. Meerkat, you're doing a great job of giving us a glowing recommendation of this place, a glowing endorsement. Yeah, man. The last 3 times I've been there, I've gotten food poisoning. It's like, oh man. I think I would rather not if I were me, and I think I am me. By the way, what happens if I typo? Stewed oi. Stud. Penis. Pee poo poo. Piss, yeah, all right. So if you typo, you just back up and try again. I'm guessing if you're like in mid combat, then you get punished, most likely. Oh, by the way, I need to change one thing. It just occurred to me. I gotta change one thing. Now we're good. Bloop and bloop. Some more Jackbox. We haven't done Jackbox in a while. We did the survey scramble. Unsafe to occupy. I like the feeling of that, or the sounds of that rather. We did the survey scramble about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I enjoyed it. Then we did a little bit of standard Jackbox games after that, but we didn't do a whole lot. And again, that was probably about 2 months ago, so I wouldn't disagree. Some more Jackbox and community games would not be a bad idea. Would be kind of funsies. Yeah, Jackbox is funsies. That's the guy, Fester. That's who we're looking for. So we have combat. Tab for combat. Ah, interesting. So it's like a combat mode with a badass like lead pipe. Good shit. Yeah, good shit. Before I got married, yeah, that was my quote unquote bachelor party stream, which was a fun time, and we did one after I moved in. We did one Jackbox game session after I moved in, like a year and a half or so ago, I think, and then we did the one a few months ago, like a month or two ago. But it's still been a while, and again, that was kind of a truncated one. So a proper multiplayer Jackbox kind of session would be kind of fun. Complete. Whoops. Oh, compete, rather. And breath. And focus. Get that shit. Yeah, there we go. So good to know. The combat is gonna think, like, it's a thing you can toggle, which is kind of cool. You can, okay, you can shift around when you're in combat mode, but you can't move when you're in combat mode. You can't, like, walk forward in combat mode. Interesting way of doing it, but I like it. But I do like it. Yeah, good for Outer Brain. Yeah, no, it's, yeah, self-published, which is really cool. Self-published game. And I don't think this game is in early access. I think this has reached its full release status. But I do know the game is getting patched on a pretty regular basis. Oops. I know it's getting patched on a pretty regular basis because I'll see the little pop-ups all the damn time on Steam saying, like, click here for the patch notes. Usually just like small little bug fixes, but the devs are continuing to keep up with it, which is nice to see. Over there. Avenue over yonder, which did catch my eye, but I'm kind of curious about this one. Oh, never mind. The path is blocked, I see. Path is blocked. Back to this one. Yeah, I was gonna say this looks encouraging. So we can knock that one down. Actually, for that matter, hold on. If I go back to here, can I break this down? Whoops. Can I break it? I cannot break it. Okay. Because that was, and also I appreciate that detail. If you type and then bring out in the combat mode, they'll like complete their movement to the location in combat mode. So you technically can move and be in combat mode. You just can't initiate a move and be in combat mode. Look at that. Testes, by the way. Testes. No, it's just an alternate version of tests. I think it's testes. So we got to keep an eye out. What's the funniest word we're going to type all night tonight? We got to keep our eyes peeled for a fun opportunity. An odd opportunity, I guess. Can I break it down? Now let's just open the door like a normal person. Corpus Studios. Also, we have abbreviations as things we type. BTW. There's a shiny over there. Got the shinies. Welcome back, Jesse. What's up, Grim? Jesse returning and Grim popping in. Good to see you, bud. It's looking good. Thank you, Grim. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, is it a new spot? It's temporarily a new spot. If you look behind me just to quickly demonstrate that little space where there's like a little vertical kind of brighter area with a little horizontal piece going across there. That's where my desk usually is. So the long and short is that my wife and I are having some work done in the kitchen, which is just above where my desk usually goes, as well as some work done in the upstairs bathroom. And both things are nearly done, and there's some electrical work, some things being rewired basically, and the fuse box is kind of catty-cornered to where my desk usually goes. And the electrician folks were having to do some stuff on Thursday. And it was originally advertised as taking 1 day. It was going to take 1 day for them to wrap up whatever they needed to wrap up with rewiring some things. End of day Thursday comes around, they say, all right, well, it turns out there's a couple things we don't have. A couple things were a bit more complicated than we thought. Nothing huge, but we'll need to come back Friday. They come back Friday, and then they get called away by some other priority job, and whatever they're doing is still not done. So that area has to remain cleared, so they can work in front of it. So my desk has to remain away from there for some amount of time. They think they'll be able to come back Tuesday, but they probably won't complete the work on Tuesday. They might not be able to complete it till Thursday, maybe. And even then, it'll need to be inspected by a third party once it's all said and done. And again, the desk that space has to remain clear until that happens. The inspection could take days. maybe even weeks. So it's unclear how long I'm going to be in this other little space. I'm still in the basement, obviously, still in the same area, but in a slightly different location. To be honest, I don't hate this location. The lighting, I don't think, is as good. I don't have any lights directly above. Maybe that's a good thing, because when the light is directly above my head, it causes like a thing where my brow, you know, there's the light above, so there's like a shadow that gets cast under my brow, which means my eyes are darkened, which is a little bit weird, gives me like a raccoon eyes kind of thing. So I don't know if the lighting thing is better or worse, but it is different. Also, there's fewer outlets around here, and I don't have like, I have like a little mini desk, kind of like side desk at the other location, which I don't have space for here. So I got a wall right here, obviously. I have this nice painting, which is cool. It's a framed print that was a gift from my mom to my dad from years ago. My dad's still around, by the way, but he just wanted me to have it because he didn't really have space for it in his new place. They got it down here, and very briefly, if I switch back to this webcam mode, you can see over here. You can see over here the little like little piece, the little corner of the calendar that Gracie made me for Christmas, which is nice. She made me a handmade calendar for Christmas, which is delightful. So anyway, so it's not a bad spot, but it's inconvenient in some ways. But it is pretty cool though. It is pretty cool, and it gets the job done. It's something different. Nice to mix it up a little bit. What does POCUS mean? It is the ladder of the hocus, obviously. Did my person swing harder when I typed SC? I sure hope so. I sure hope so, man. One can only hope. Nom. Whoops. NOM. There we go. So what we have here? Kwa. Is that a real thing? Is that a real word? Receptionist note. Paperwork fax to the city. I'm not sure. Like, looking at how derelict this place is, I'm not sure if we have a working fax machine right now. There's this groaning sound, though, coming from down the hall. Sounds a little bit ominous. I'll pick up the red tape in a moment. Let's explore around here before we commit to anything crazy. A little bit scared that once you start picking stuff up, shit's gonna get weird. Grab planks, because you never know. God. Or, yeah, grab planks. More where that came from, please. The only honest estimate from a competent tradesman is as long as it takes. Yeah, which is basically how it goes. And you know, it's funny because Gracie loves to cook. She's very good at cooking. It's her one of her comfort things to do. It's part of her love language. She loves to cook stuff for herself, of course, but also for stuff for other people. And it's been hard for her not having we've basically been with almost entirely without a functioning kitchen for the past 4 months. We basically, once the beginning of the year hit is when this project began. I'm gonna grab the bread. I don't need to eat it right now. I'm gonna grab it. But yeah, it's been rough for her, and there's been a number of occasions where she's been like, man, should I talk to so and so and ask how long it'll take, you know, like ask like, is there any sort of estimate or a way for things to like, and every time I would to tell her, it won't make a difference. You know, us asking for a time estimate won't make a difference, and we definitely don't want to rush them, because you want it to be done right. That way there's no rework in the future. You want it to be done right. You want it to be done properly. You start rushing people, that's when things get a little bit out of hand, and it's like this, they're doing their best. That's all we can ask, and they've done a very good job. This is the same folks that redid our basement down here. They did a great job down here as well, so they're trustworthy. We know their work is, their work speaks for themselves. But yeah, it's been frustrating for her. But the fact that we have some of the kitchen usable now is nice. Like, we have some of the kitchen now. It's like, all right, we're starting to get there, starting to get to the point where things are working and things are appearing accordingly. Or not even appearing, but are usable now. Still no dishwasher. Still, there's a lot of cosmetic stuff that is not ready just yet. It's not done, rather. That'll open that door. Let's see what's down this way. I see a scary looking door with a bar across it like we saw earlier. I'm guessing I can walk up to it, but yeah, I can't use it right now. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab that tape and see what happens. Let's kick this thing off and see what awaits. Did she make her birthday several times larger than the other days? She did not. but she did mark her birthday and she did mark my birthday. They both got like equal billing as far as like fun little spots on the calendar. Although I like that idea, Grim, where it's like Gracie's birthday, and then like every other month is like, it's just okay. Who cares? I'm gonna pop upstairs real quick, see if there's anything up there that just sounds tantalizing. Too tantalizing to ignore. Oops. Let's go to error. To err is to be human. Lax. When the lax hits, alright, yep. When the lax hits. There's another shiny. Grab planks. So my inventory is quickly filling up. In fact, it is fully filled up. So I'm to the point where I really can't pick up anything else until I start using things. Let's head back down, grab that red tape, and throw caution to the ass. And the wind, also. So... Oh, no, it's swap red tape. I swapped the tape. Oh, it's like a... I see. So I can't use this as a melee weapon because I don't have a melee weapon. But it is something. One. Can I use it? Cannot use it right now. Yeah. So I don't have a weapon right now. That's a raid from Shake, my man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, Shake. Hope all is well with you, bud. The groaning sound is why the door has testes as a word. Well, I mean, groaning testicles will do that to a motherfucker. That sounds accurate. Right, so now that we have the tape, I know it doesn't like do anything in particular exciting off the get-go. Let's go back to the pipe for a minute. If nothing else, so I have a melee weapon because I want to break some shit. And you can't break stuff as well with your bare hands, unfortunately. Like this. Can I break this thing? I cannot break this thing, unfortunately. But there was this thing over here. Let's go and... Whoops. Don't break this thing over here. Can Gracie teach me how to cook? She is very good at cooking. And she's also, like, pretty good at informing, like, how to cook. Like, there's been a number of things where, like, we're cooking something together. And she is, like, kind of... She's advising. She's, like, helping to, like, she's kind of like... I'm, like, watching her as she's doing something, like, chopping something in particular, or... peeling something or some part of the preparation where I'm watching her and she's kind of advising on how to do a thing. She is quite good at that. So in all fairness, she does a good job. Also, I just saw there is swap planks. I wonder, can I say, oops, can I select this one? Yes, so I can't switch this. I could swap. Ooh, you know what? Let's do that. So here, let's go back to this way. I'm gonna switch out something else in the inventory so I can grab that tape. I thought that it had to switch with your main weapon, like your main inventory item, but maybe it doesn't. So let's go back and see. Let's go back and see. I can grab the tape and switch something else out that is not the main dealio here. So if I switch this one, for instance, and I say swap red tape, good. So that does not occupy like the main slot necessarily. Shake, thank you for that raid, by the way, my man. Sorry for this. Had a bit of a kind of a last minute schedule switch around earlier. I know we were talking about possibly getting some games together earlier today, but it's not, basically sounded like everybody was kind of their availability fell a little bit apart. It sounds like Krath had some computer issues, and Alias was away with some family stuff. And I originally my hope was that I was going to be available today, but even though we did our family stuff yesterday, we ended up kind of getting bogged down with doing a lot of cooking today, which was very nice. I was regaling folks earlier with stories about the kitchen remodel we're having done right now, and now that our kitchen is, it's not, I wouldn't say our kitchen is partly done necessarily, but there's like a few pieces that are usable now. Like we can use our oven now, we can use the stovetop. Still can't use the dishwasher, still can't use the sink, so there's a lot of things that are still not usable, but Gracie was very excited to cook some stuff earlier. Basically the first time in like 4 months she's been able to cook anything. It's been a weird couple months for her, and I can tell she's it's been frustrating at times, but she was really excited once certain parts of the kitchen were usable again. So I was like at one point I was like, well, I could hop off and be like, oh, I'm gonna go do the games with the boys, but I was like, I knew I was gonna make her, that would have made her sad. She was really happy to be be hanging out and doing a bunch of cooking. So I was like, we'll just stick with it. So it was a good time. It was a good time. By the way, Shake, thank you for that raid. And as always, if you had any clips you wanted to share, you can be my guest. You or any of your lovely viewers could post if there was anything fun you wanted to share with us. Always love getting to see what you've been up to. And thankfully, I do really think next weekend should be open for me, which is good. I'm hoping that barring any others, I started to type what I was saying, or started to say what I was typing. Barring any other last minute surprises, I don't think there'd be anything that'll get in the way of potentially some games next week if things work well. You're playing more of the Secret Agent game. That's right, man. That's right, man. That's right. I keep thinking I need to hitch up to see if we can get something on the books about getting some co-op with that game, because that game I haven't checked to see if there's been any updates since I last played it. I guess a few months ago, basically like a few days after it released. But yeah, that is the game I very much need to play, need to play more of, especially in co-op, because I played a little bit in co-op the first time, but I definitely need more. I definitely need more inside my brain. Inject it directly in my veins, please. Yeah, when I say we were cooking, what I mean is we were cooking meth. Yeah, you might think we were actually cooking chicken marbella. For anybody curious, chicken marbella, it's one of her favorite dishes. The nice nostalgic one for her from her childhood. It's a great dish. It does take a while to make, especially when you don't have like a working sink, that kind of thing. But yeah, that was it was a good night, even though it was a lot of, again, dishes take forever to do when you're having to do all the dishes in the sink. The kitchen sink in the bathroom sink, that is, washing like pots and pans in the bathroom sink is very awkward. I'm very looking forward to when the kitchen sink is available again for use. So it's a little weird. But we're getting there. By the way, he does have the clip. Let's take a look. He does give the volume warning. Thank you for the heads up. Volume warning means I should crank my volume as loud as it goes, right? Crank it as loud as it goes. Extremely loud. Extremely. If she cooks meth, I'll be calmer on stream. Doesn't meth make you tweak out? I know this is probably shocking to you, but I've actually never used crystal meth. And I live in Missouri, so that's saying something. This is like the meth capital of the goddamn world. But I've actually never used crystal meth. I know. A fake Missourian. What can I say? Alright, so I got it cranked down to 50% volume. See what Shake's been up to. Bigify. Oh my god. Bigify. I didn't know you could bigify the trampoline. Today I learned.
It's so big.
Oh. Dead. Yep. Instant fall damage explosion. That was amazing. Made ourselves very tiny. I see. Yeah. You are kind of small, aren't you? I was more excited about everything getting big, but you're right. You are kind of small, aren't you? You're Hobbit size. You're me size now. Now you know what it's like to be like me right now. Now you know what it's like. I hope this newfound perspective of being a temporary short guy brings you new appreciation. Bigify. You were kind of cooking for a second there. You had like a kind of a rhythm going, like a beat. It's kind of hot. It's kind of fire, as the kids would say. Kind of losing the rhythm, but for a second there, it's kind of popping off there. Yeah. Pretty good. Bonk. And then of course instant fall damage. Yeah. I never even knew you could cast that on the trampoline. And the answer, by the way, is yes. The first time I discovered the trampoline, the next thing I did was deactivated it in midair and shattered my fucking knees upon landing instantly, causing immediate bullshit and havoc to myself. Yeah. You said, this is nothing. You made yourselves 1 pixel tall. That's the thing. When I discovered the small spell, I shrunk myself a little bit, but I was like, oh god, if I do too much, this can get weird. So I didn't fly very close to the sun on that one. I didn't experiment much with that one. So good to know that you can get extremely silly with that spell and casting it on yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to get something on the books. Get something on the books with Shake so that we can do some multiplayer for that game, because that game is... I only got the one session under my belt, and I need more of it. But yeah, I hope the devs are still able to like contribute more to it and add more over time, because we all need more hijinks in that game. And it seems like there's always like more secrets to uncover. It seems like I think one of my friends said there's like a subreddit that is all about trying to uncover all the wild shit, all the really well hidden secrets, little bonus nuggets hidden throughout that game. But it's like there's always strange things to uncover. Grim's like, Alex, you're already messed up enough. You don't need meth to be even more fucked up. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Yeah, I probably don't need it to get extra silly. Extra silly mode. But thank you again to Shake. Thank you again to Shake. Yeah, I'll make sure to message the full group chat. Kind of plan out some stuff for next weekend, but I'll message you specifically to see about some secret agent wizard shenanigans. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I do want to see the big tiny, or the small tiny rather. Extra tiny. 1 pixel tall. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What? Hold on. It's being silly. Why are you being silly? Stop being silly. That's Lunatic Chef with the thing. He did the thing with the stuff. Link is bad. Well, Shake. We're all very disappointed. There he goes. There he goes. There we go. We got there. There we go, baby. There we go. Lunatic Chef, thank you for the cheer, by the way, buddy. That's very generous of you, my man. Oh, it's like a placeholder. You're so small. Oh my god. You're negative size.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, you can see into the textures. That's the Unity textures, right? Unity placeholder texture right there.
We are really small now.
Oh, it's the eyeball. Right, the eyeball. Yeah. Yeah. That explains it. I was thinking it was just like some kind of placeholder. And your little voice is adorable.
I don't know where I am. I can't see.
So not only do you know what it looks like to be like me, Shake, to be a short guy, but now you can sound like me too. You sound just like me, honestly. You know I get kind of squeaky sometimes, right? So this is how it happens. So now next time Shake thinks to himself, God, why is Alex the way he is? What's wrong with that small little man? Now you know you've walked a couple of inches in my shoes. And when you're like me, a couple of inches is a lot. Alex almost said with a straight face. A couple inches goes a long way, ladies. So anyway, thank you for the clip, Shake. That was adorable. That was very fun. And yeah, I when I discovered that you can mirror spells back to you, including the stupid ones, the like growing yourself, shrinking yourself, I did not try cloning myself. I was afraid of what it would yield. So I was like, we'll hold off on that one. I'll hold off on that one. But yeah, it's a very fun and very silly game. It's a ridiculous am I allowed to do this kind of sandbox game? And the answer is usually yes. Usually if the question, can I do this? Will the game let me do this? More often than not, the game will let you do it, for better or for worse. The good time. Yeah, you did fall through. Yeah, I was guessing after a certain point you will fall through a crack and be lost to the void. Be lost to the void. Thank you again to Lunatic Chef for that cheer, by the way, man. That was very generous of you. And yeah, we of course, we're still doing the extra life stuff. You can see above me. Still doing the extra life stuff, which is great. It's a good time. But thank you to Lunatic Chef. Very nice of you, buddy. Lunatic Chef, of course, has helped us out a whole bunch over the years with it when it comes to our fundraising and donations and gift subs and cheers. Lunatic Chef has done a lot for us. So of course I appreciate you, but I'm just happy you're here. Just happy to be here. Happy to have you with us. Your presence is a gift enough as it is. So and that goes for everybody, of course. That goes for everybody. Thank you again to Shake for that raid. That was a fun time. And like I said, yeah, I'll make sure to hit up the group chat with some ideas for what next week might entail. And yeah, possibly some co-op shenanigans with that secret agent game, because that game is so freaking cool. But this is Bloods Typers. This is a sort of Typing of the Dead like, but also apparently it's multiplayer. Apparently this game is multiplayer. I had no idea. And there's a survival horror aspect of it, which is kind of cool. So it also has some Resident Evil kind of things going on here, which is nice. And that was General. Thank you for that Prime Gaming sub. It's super nice. Thank you for that resub. Very generous. Very generous, General. Thank you, my friend. Playing a cool little game. I don't know if you've heard of it. This is Blood Typers, and we have a... let's see. We got this thing right here on the 6... okay, I guess I won't type it there, but yeah, down here you can see we have a specific little cool VHS tape. I'm not sure what it does. I guess we'll find out. But to power on this computer, we don't just have the usual kind of thing where you're pressing the E button or holding the use button or even filling out a puzzle sequence. You are typing stuff. You're typing words out to fill in commands, to attack, to walk around. It's pretty delightful. It's pretty delightful. Irrevocably transfer your blood, sweat, and semen to the studio in perpetuity across all dimensions. Reserves our rights to modify, adapt, blah, 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 blah. So turning on this computer was a questionable choice, but I done did it. Sign the contract. What possibly bad things could happen? I got an achievement. Am I just dead? Did I just get got? I might just be dead. Nope, but I'm in hell. Can I fight? Can I fight the wall? I cannot fight the wall. So you can toggle back and forth between combat mode, but you cannot move when you're in combat mode. So now I've got words in front. If I type those out, I will move towards the words. So survival horror with tank controls, but also type controls, and also gun. I will keep melee weapon, but I'll switch out bread. No, I'll switch out one plank for gun with 6 bullets. Will I regret that? Possibly. Will I sign the contract? Also possibly. Well, will I regret signing the contract? Also possibly. In the meantime, though, we got the ick factor. I wonder if I just had gun and no melee weapon, would I have to shoot the walls open? So 2 hits to break the wall. Whoops. So there we go. There we go. Off and Degu. I'm not sure if some of these are actual words. Yo, ho? Yo, that's for show. That's for show. Gracie and I went to the hardware store last week, and Gracie was looking to do some work in her garden in the backyard, and she was looking for something to kind of help dig a couple of spots to plant some stuff. And we were legitimately gonna buy a hoe. We were gonna buy a hoe legitimately, but then she found a smaller one that was more compact and easier to work with, just less unwieldy, rather. And so we decided to buy that one, and we both agreed it's much more appropriate as a side weapon, a side like equipment item. So we literally bought a side hoe. Literally got that side hoe on lock. Strange note, by the way. So I don't have to pick it up necessarily. Do I type it out? No. Strange note. No, I don't have to type it out. Just a little bit of lore. Or can begin in earnest is what they're saying. Very good. Have a good night, Whale. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Appreciate you popping in. Thank you again for that resub, by the way. Whale did his with the 69 resub. 69-month resub on 420 of all days. That's the stuff of legends right there, man. Nominal. Whoops. Pap. Fury. And oddly an absolute legend, for sure. There's a bad guy, by the way. Charge and enter your target. I will charge. Fraud. Note. Hogs. I'm cranking him. I'm cranking my hogs. Fucking splattered his ass. Does he stay dead? Probably. There's a film reel. I don't know what all this, like... What these presumed... what's the word? I'm not sure what, like these presumed utility items will come into play, but I'm assuming they will have some kind of like story impact or some kind of like impact for the actual quest. It's hard to say. We haven't been injured yet. We haven't had any need for barricades yet. F1. Instructions and tips. You're right for the camera. Fight enemies. Map. Oh, there's a map. Good to know. Good to know there is a map. Good to know. Thank you again to Lunatic Chef for that cheer, and to Dinral for that resub. Very nice of you both. Super cool, you guys. Shake hit us at that raid earlier, which was nice too. What a cool bunch of peeps. I'm a lucky hobbit. Have all these nice folks who are so generous, popping in and hanging out and supporting the channel, being a bunch of cool folks, a bunch of cool peeps. Appreciate you guys. A little bit of music. Zex. I'm not sure that's a real word, but there is the character Zex, Z-E-C-H-S, and Gundam Wing, Zex Marquise. Get Coup. Go this way. Is that a bad guy in the corner? That's a bad guy right there. Enter. Oh, enter. Them. Puma. I took a little bit of damage. I got decent damage. Sure if there's a thing that gives me like an HP bar. So I do have some bread on me. Grab bullets. Swap. Oh, so it's a maximum of 12. Maximum of 12 bullets. Good to know. If I see bad guys from afar, it might be worth my while shooting them. Especially like the small fellas, the small flighty boys. Thought there was a corpse in the corner there, doubled over. That's just a big old video camera. If there were bad guys chasing me, I guess the barricades or something. But that was Ohio. Nope, it's just Oho. That's how a Frenchman pronounces an Anglophone. You wanting the mademoiselle? Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah. Zex mademoiselle. Yes, nailed it. Yes. That's what we're getting at. K brings you to the key, the blue key. How's about this? I will eat bread, which brings me up to excellent health. I'm guessing meat heals for more, probably. Meat probably heals for more. What this? Can I break? Something has to dispel this evil magic, most likely. But whatever it is, I don't have it. Unless it's like one of these things. Is it 4, 5, 6? No, nothing pops off. Pops out, rather. Now, we do have a film reel. So if I say 5, and then I say insert, reel. Type this to save. So that's a save point. Interesting. That's the save point. And the film reel spews blood everywhere. The camera, I guess, is not haunted. It is no longer haunted, I guess. I mean, if my camera is spewing blood everywhere, I usually consider that a negative thing. Take that back to the camera store for servicing, if I can help it. Or the shortcut door. Oh, no, the shortcut door is open. I don't know if it shuts behind me, though, so I'm not going to go through here just yet. There was that other door. There was the door after the dump. After the dumpy. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't. I thought there was something else I could explore here. Didn't notice the green. Is this the literal green room? I thought there was something else back here. There was. Yeah, there was another path. See what's in here. Can I go for his ass? I'm gonna go for his ass. Forks. Bus. Mags. This Mags be bussin'. Itchy. Geet. Not Giat. Geet. And then Buddha. Get his ass. No damage taken. The walls have been fully splattered. Good shit. I'm not sure why the tentacle blood, or I'm sorry, the tentacle bed is covered in blood and dead bodies. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the tentacle blood and dead bodies. I will grab bullet. I got lots of bullets. Anything else? Yeah. There's the meats. I guess I'll grab those instead of the planks. Meats and health regeneration probably sounds more beneficial than blocking out doors for the time being, at least. That sounds good. Alright, so sure enough, now we will go back this way. Go ahead and grab those bullets, those extra ones. 10, very good. Now we're all set. Like how confidently our guy strides forward. He's got the Chad walk down packed rather. Buffo? I'm a fan of Bofa, maybe not Buffo. Youth. Dozy. Mare. Or Mir, rather. Golem. Wags. Kiss. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Slapping them all across the board there. Grab. Bullet. Please, thank you very much. Got 18 of them. Nice. Tape. It says safe. Safe. Okay, maybe it's a safe zone? Maybe there's like still things I need to kill here. Oh, or maybe, hold on. What if I just type out? Okay, typing it out does nothing. Vinny's note. Skip the facts. A rough cut is coming together. Prepare tape. We're working on some kind of film in this strange little place. Dad. Mixie. Can't do it. Can't do it. Ilk. Like the ghost chair. If I power this on, shit's gonna get weird, so let's consider a moment our situation before I overcommit. Right, overcommit. So what else is over this way? This looks like the atrium area. The Manster. Inner. Hang. Digoo. A little bit scary down there. A tad bit scary. So yeah, we recognize this area. There's more Mansters. I don't know if I necessarily need to take on every fight ever. Let's go ahead and activate that next computer and see what happens. It's in the Buffo room. Everybody gangster till the Buffo room pops off. Power on. Hold on, what's that say? Oh, there's gonna be some kind of walking around challenge. Anything as day. Filming his... Whoops. Okay, like how our guy starts to glow after so many correct inputs in a row. And interesting, I didn't even notice this earlier, but look, there's a little thing counting up. Maybe counting down. If you're too slow, something bad happens, probably. Some kind of punishment. So yeah, now we have, I guess, a puzzle sequence. Some kind of puzzle sequence. Oh. I can move stuff. Oh, this is a safe. Okay, this is... yeah, safe mode. So if I wanted to store stuff for future reference. Or for future runs, maybe. So yeah, do I want to store like any key items, like a literal key or the red tape? Oh, maybe it just gives us information. Unknown origin. The mechanism is visible. Turn off safe mode. Uh-oh. I don't know if that was good. It throbs. Little souls crammed in a box. Potent symbol. Don't turn it on yourself yet. Meat riddled with lumps of gristle. Stop laying pipe. Ha ha ha. Laying pipe. I see what they did there. Right, so if I say turn off safe mode and then stand up again. Did that do anything different? I see it reconstituted the door. Oh, these doors are open now. So safe mode, I guess, makes some things nice, but other things not so nice. Now, I don't know if you can actually store stuff here. I mean, maybe you could. I'm not sure if there's like a whole lot of benefit to doing so for right now, but unless you can like store stuff and then come back in future runs if there was like extra food, extra weapons you didn't need. For now, I'll stick with what I have. But that was kind of cool. So now, let's go to this door, for instance. Also, lone, liars, were, where, Nayed. Nice. I took a bit of a damage there, a bit of a hit there. Work in progress. And then you got Uk. I could eat the meats. I think I might. You know what? Yeah, let's go and eat the meats. I took a bit of a hit there. Eat. And grab red tape. I got 2 tapes now. For better or for worse, I have 2 tapes. Not sure what to make of it, but I have them. This room is nice and fucky wucky and scary. For whatever reason, we have the tape. Not sure what to do with them, but I've got them. Looking for any. Oh, hello. Blam! Whoa, Black Betty. Blam, blam. Blam, bark. The bad guys will pop in. I guess that's where it pays, at least sometimes, to barricade some doors. Prevent bad guys from jumping out at you, from popping off suddenly. This would be a really, really interesting game to play in multiplayer mode. I would really be curious to check this out in multiplayer. Single player is still fun, for sure. But I bet this would be especially silly and weird and chaotic in multiplayer. The only person I know that has this game is Arctic. I wonder if I could twist his arm, twist his penis into playing with us at some time. I think that'd be really fun. I know he's been busy. He's been doing a lot of traveling lately. Of course, he just started a new job. I think he's moving pretty soon as well. Actually, he probably has already moved by now. I feel like I heard about the move months ago. I think it's probably already happened by now. So he's a busy lad, but maybe I could wrangle him at some point. There's a bad guy. The Judgy Moan Oils. Judgy Moan Oils. Delicious. Get his ass. I'm sure the door is locked behind it itself, of course. Let's see how that kind of thing goes. Og and Yug and Sin. The door over here, I think it was this one. Yeah, defoggers. So specific. One was off. Oh, it's an elevator. Okay, you know that shit's gonna like cause things to get weird. That's gonna be a big. Gonna be a gob of a situation. All right, Meng. Get it. Bonk. Stage. Hoot. Ants. Yeah, that elevator is gonna be a significant progression moment, no question. So I'll hold off on that for just a moment. I can explore around now that we're in combat mode. Mhos. Come up. Bonk. Really haven't had need for the ranged weapons yet, but I know it's coming. Another ranged weapon stuff is coming. Oh, look at this. Lit. Try. 91% in the top right. I'm not sure what... I just noticed the 91% in the top right. Maybe as you kill things, bad stuff... Oh, no. It means we're taking too long. I think that's what that means. So when that gets to full, I don't know what happens, but something probably really bad happens. So maybe I should just take the elevator and get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna do one quick thing. There was anything more down this way? There was this one. This one door that was off limits earlier. Is it on limits? It is. The thing that I need from here. Hot. Whole bunch of stuff over this way. Ammo. Kebab. And Dre. And both. Kappa. Like, of the cabbage variety, of course. Eek. Is that a real word? Grab bullet. Okay, we got it. We got it. Uh-oh. Oh, I took too long, so I don't know what that means. I think it spawned more bad guys, basically. Lard Jazz. Helix Lard Jazz. That's one of my favorite lesser-known jazz categories. One of my favorite lesser-known jazz genres. Inker. But I hardly even know her. Oh, something was hitting us with, whoops. Oh, shit. Oh, Vibs! Oh, he's behind me. Oh, fuck, I'm getting fucked up. I think we gotta leave is what we gotta do. Oh, I got fucking murdered. So when that happens, I think it's just infinite spawns. I think it's infinite spawns. Let's rewind. I got that save point earlier. All right, so we gotta prioritize when that meter gets up there. We gotta get the fuck out of Dodge. When the scary meter starts popping off, I gotta get the heck out of here. It's at 47% right now. When that happens, just get the heck out. The heck out of Dodge. All right, good to know. I think we had that save earlier because that was a little bit spooky dooky. This is how we got here, isn't it? This is how I got it, because that leads back to the atrium. We determined there's nothing new for us there. I don't think. We gotta go through the buffo room. Yeah, this room is important. Nadir, that's the... I think Nadir, that's like the opposite of the pinnacle. That's like the nadir of a situation is like the absolute bottom of the situation. Like the nadir of that previous attempt was when I got fucking murdered to death by an infinite, a seemingly infinite number of bad guys. So let's just go right towards this thing. Okay, we saw the note. Power on. Oops. Womb guts of our story. Can we talk more about, what was it? That jazz category, that weird jazz subcategory, subgenre that I was excited about? Right, yeah. And the other things I don't think I care about as much, but I like how it also re-enables the ability to pick up the planks and other stuff on the wall here, if we were so inclined. Unsex. Good luck, have fun. Veto. Tries. Ulls. Fraught. I will grab... Actually, yeah, 2. Swap. Red tape. Got it. Anything else here? I'm trying to prioritize going a little bit faster. I don't know if getting to the elevator is enough. Tape. Oh, whoops. Gosh and Gobi. I don't think there was really anything in here. Yeah, there was meat, so we didn't take any damage. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. So out the buffo door. I am gonna try to... Alright, I guess I'll fight you real quick. Wei Chao. Everybody Wei Chao tonight. I am gonna try to get through that little area that we saw earlier. Piles. Whale Daup. Just making shit up at this point. Yeah, we saw the elevator. And the hurt room. Not the hurt locker, but the hurt room. There was definitely more stuff out here to explore. The ego room. The Fumi ego room. Go this way first. We went I think we went the other way earlier. Intro. Avid. Flat. Is a pretty good amount of bullets. We haven't had to use them yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. You mad? No, you did. Let's go into the cool room. I like the cool room. Ouch. Ouch. Oh boy. Whole bunch of these guys. They're eager, all right. Let's go to... So this was the room where I got. I'm just gonna do a quick eat. I did get a little bit injured. Yes, if I eat enough meat, it cures all of my ailments in real life. Great movie is kind of like a demonic ritual. Demands a sacrifice, right? The greater the opus, the greater the offering required. We have a couple interesting things. A shotgun. That does sound pretty dope. I will grab that instead of the bullets. Sounds pretty sick. And then I will also... Okay, it has 1 bullet. Okay, never mind. I'm full of shit. I will just go here so I can get this thing. Something did break through somewhere. Dort! Get his ass. Fuck him up, Dort. Things sound scary. Oh, I'm going through the limp door. Limp. I'm gonna limp through the limp door. Oh, dear sweet God. What the fuck is this? Kingdom. Bombs. Kingdom again. Winter. Aging and Angings. Flies. Bunt. Oh boy. Oh, let's get the fuck out of here. Ado. Much ado about nothing. End. Woos. This place is huge. Oh my God. And we haven't even reached the scary level. Scary amount of things. 5. I need 5 of something. Gun. Egret. Sean. Mike. So it's the same amount of damage. Shit, what am I doing? Yeah, it's the same amount of damage. Oh, but the monster levels are going down, which is kind of cool. So we're out of gun. Alright, so we survived the monster surge. The monster level has gone down. I didn't think it had maxed out. Maybe it didn't. I just didn't pay. I just wasn't paying attention. Entirely possible. Let's deposit. Oh, hold on. Can't do that yet. I guess that's when that's why you have to barricade the doors, because the monster surge might cause that to happen. Let's insert some red tapes. I guess this is what we're looking for. We're trying to grab the red tapes as a completion mechanism. Excuse me? Ivied. Where that came from. I don't have any gun. Here, can I just do this real quick? And we say 5, insert red tape. Mouse. Zinc. Lows. Yeah, if I could find some meat or some other kind of healing, I would gladly take it. No obvious entry. There's a save point, by the way. I will grab that for future reference. If I could find an opportunity for some meat or some kind of healing, I would love it. Would love some heals. If I find myself getting lost, we do have access to map, if nothing else. There's some meats. The guy is severely injured. Quick eat. Also, I have room in my inventory, which is nice. This is the Unk room. The Unk room is empty. Or the cans room, rather. Gotta remember to come back here again. Actually, I'm kind of... What's over here in the oint room? Some monsters. Bobby! Get his ass. Fuck him up. Fuck you, Bobby. Gapo. Oh, I do remember talking about the cool room. Yeah, we saw this earlier. I kind of got my booty hole slapped around pretty good here. There's the shotgun. Extra bullets. I probably should go and grab those bullets again. I'm gonna do a quick eat. The bread. I don't think there's any sort of way to combine things. Combine the meat and the bread together. My gun could definitely use more of the juice for sure. I got all that now. What's in the dirt room? Some delicious dirt. Computer. Evil. Nothing else there. Did I already read this one? Yeah, never came back, he says. The wheeled VHS system, yes. But I just... Oh, boy. But I just focused on the movies, though. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, indeed. Power on. What's this thing do? Safe. They had a low budget. Whoops. Alright, we got it. Turn on safe mode? You want to? Is that like a good thing? Not sure if that like disables things. We might have to re-enable that at some point. I'm not sure like what that truly did in the grand scheme of things. Some more meats. I will just do a quick eat. else? That seems pretty okay. Let's go into that main area, which I think was the limp. I think the limp was the main area. Yes. We fought the real big guy. There was that one real big dude. Kicked his big booty. Happy. Mano Zine maybe? Another kind of gun on the table there. Another red tape. SMG. That is pretty cool. I think I'll stick with what I have right now, though. And would burn through ammo real quick. Red tape, we definitely want one of those. Let's drop this thing. It's number 3. We have 2 after this, but I gotta deposit it first, obviously. Before I celebrate prematurely. There's some shells for the shotgun. It says point. Oops, crap, wrong button. Okay, so that's like to emote, I guess. That's kind of cool. Dibbles. Dibbles again. Big guy. But also dead. Still just as dead as earlier. If not more so. If not more dead. Like I was like, it kind of almost covered the entire door frame there. Arch. Is there another one? Oh, there is. There is. Bulls. Bulls earn SWAT. Good for them. Good for those bulls. Earning some stuff for themselves. They deserve it. Here's heavy rounds. Ooh, for like heavy weapons, presumably. For the like maybe they do double damage. I'm sure the shotgun's probably the same. Probably does really good damage. Oh, another guy. Okay. Go to nah. Oops. I appreciate the small words. We're just moseying around right now. And really, the combat words are not too bad either, for that matter. It's a real maze of sorts. Yeah, we dropped that earlier. Knit. Heavy ammo, I think. What is that, actually? Is that heavy ammo? That's shotgun shells, okay. Not a lot of ammo for those shotgun shells. It's probably like a guaranteed kill, more or less. Or maybe it's like 3 hits. So in some ways, it's maybe a little bit less efficient. Have I been in the Woo's door? I think I've... Actually, you know, yeah, while I'm here, let's go and deposit this other tape. In the pho TV. About halfway through our next monster surge. Of course, I do have the map. And I guess that indicates we've... I think we've been just about everywhere. And can I zoom in? Because, yeah, we can't go back... Well, actually, maybe we could. Maybe we could go back to the courtyard. It's a little bit unclear. Yeah. The office. Have I been? Surely I've been in the office. There's clearly some other areas I'm sure I missed, though. I'll go back out this way. Was there anything else out here? 22. I wonder if that's just the score for how many bad guys I killed. Yeah, there might be another doorway dead ahead. Okay, never mind. I saw that little icon. Okay, so maybe not. Let's go back. Okay, there was one door we didn't check back this way. I saw the question mark. Go out this way. Yeah, so if I take a right. Go out the jagged door. We still have the elevator, if nothing else. Oh my. Pry barricade? What bad things could possibly happen here? Disc. I fight? Bud. I wonder if it's a safe mode kind of thing. Like, oh god. This is spawning things. I don't like that at all. Like, all right, you know what? I do have barricades. It's not much. It's not much. So I realized I shouldn't have pried the barricade. Then that kind of, it just removed it off of that thing. Now I know. So now that's what's in there. So that answers that question. So there's a couple more doors to try. And there, again, the elevator is probably the big one, if I had to guess. But the dirt door. I turn off safe mode again. I'm gonna see if I can get by without it. Oh wait, how do I get out of here? Maybe that's my answer. Maybe you can't until you reactivate danger mode. Oh, I'm a big dumbass. This is a dead end. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. This is a dead end. I gotta go out. Limp door. No. No, I do not. I go out. Wait. Did I get here? Looking right at it. Yeah, it's I think I have to. Oh, it's the, there it is. It's the cool door. The cool could forget about the cool door. Do it. Light and cool room. Bonk, bonk, bonk. There we go. That's the key. That's the key. So there's explored that all the way through. Okay. Back down this hallway then. Monster level is creeping up ever so delicately. I will get the bullets. Violets. And I realize now that, yeah, the microphone interaction, that's specifically for multiplayer. That makes all the sense in the world. That makes a lot more sense. Look at the map. Right. Gall. The gall of this lad. The absolute gall. Into the Venny room. I will do a save. That's a excellent, excellent idea. I'd like to think I'm doing this doing a pretty good job here. Hopefully. The okayest job one can hope for. I will pick up meat. Not eat, but just grab. Right. And then we have not been in this particular implementation of this level of this save. I think we tried going down here last time and I died. Where that last save ended. Actually, no, it's not true because I ended up in that same kind of cafeteria area earlier. There's something in the toilet. There's a cat in the toilet, and also this thing. So I will drop the meats. Doug. Whoops. Up. Okay, there we go. So I'll grab that, and then cat. What is this? It is a Necrolexicon. That's a little scary sounding. I will temporarily drop the bullets for this one. There's 330 of them. I have no idea what it does, and I'm too scared to find out. Right, so there is one tape that we've yet to find. Once we find it, we can get the heck out of Dodge. I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's like what beats the level. We haven't gone to the second floor, by the way. I don't know if we're gonna have to. I am curious. Also, we have a monster surge coming in hot pretty soon, so I gotta be careful. Gotta be on my best behaviors. I don't know if I necessarily want to be in the big scary room when the monster surge happens. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna need those extra bullets for the monster surge. I'm gonna need the big bullets. Let's prepare accordingly. Let's be smart about this. Let's treat this like a true survival horror, like surviving kind of situation. I'm gonna leave the meat there. I'm not sure. I will. Let's put this. Let's swap this key. Key we can come back for. Nothing like a good old-fashioned toilet key to make me feel comfortable and confident. Q for the toilet, very accurate and appropriate. 24. The melee will be good, but the bullets here. Let's yak those bullets. Shit. Kid. Grab bullets. All right. 32 bullets. That's pretty good. We'll still need to reload manually, obviously. I want to just hold up here. Maybe. Maybe. This might be as good of a place. I don't know if they can spawn behind me or what. I don't know if that's how that works. But, I'll be ready. I'll assume they can... I could probably spawn in, but let's be real. So I'll start in the hallway and then work my way back accordingly. Actually, how's about this? When it pops, and it's gonna pop, I'm gonna see if they spawn in that door right there. Begins. Anybody spawning in here? No. And it does go down on its own. So presumably, I'll see them coming. What if they all spawn in from that one spawner that I blocked off? Which would just probably just slow them. It wouldn't like stop them, obviously. It'd be cool if they, you know, didn't manage to reach me, but I'm not sure I'm gonna hold my breath. Oop. Here they come. Oops. All right. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. I think the reason it felt extra bad last time is because there were so many of them that were already on the level. So it spawned new ones, yes, but I just happened to, at this exact same time, walk into an area where there were already a bunch of bad guys. So I think I, like, unknowingly, just by complete happenstance, made it worse for myself. By complete stupid coincidence. So yeah, that wasn't nearly as bad. And again, this is, of course, normal mode. I'm sure in the harder modes, it gets quite sillier. Go back and grab the resources I left, specifically the key. Cat key. Oh, whoops. Swamp, blue, bull, buell. So give me the blue key. Yeah, I have no idea what the necrolexicon thing maybe does. If I find one of those stations, I'll pop it into the station and see if it'll tell me specifically what it does. I will take the one meat. I did take the one hit there. Quick eat. Yeah, I did see goons was on there, which was fun. Alright, so let's go all the way back to the receptionist area. I think that's basically gonna be the last one. Can I stop by the TV room while we're there? The blood. Oh, it's just them despawning. Okay. Yes, I will stop by the TV room real quick just to deposit this one, just because it does take up space in the inventory. The TV room is right here. Here's the pho TV. I'm assuming that, yeah, once you get all 5 tapes, rather, that something cool happens. Forward, go left. Or sorry, go right, rather. And then we're going to the receptionist area. Once again. Be nice and familiar to us. Playing some Roblox. Is it a resurgence? I don't know if it ever truly went away, to be honest. It probably lost, you know, a little bit of the market share whenever there's like a really big Fortnite update or something like that. And of course other games are always coming out and challenging the status quo. So it's always interesting other things to check out, but yeah, it does seem like Roblox never, you know, truly loses its market share. There's always more where that came from. Right, so actually I could go backwards. I will jibe backwards. I've actually never played Roblox. I've never played the game, and it seems like the kind of game that I think if I would have played it when I was younger, I would have really enjoyed it. I feel like I kind of missed the boat back then. I mean, it's not like I couldn't play it now, but I don't find it as appealing necessarily as you know, just for what it is for the time being. But as a kid, I would have popped off with it. Same with like Minecraft. I think if I was younger when Minecraft would have dropped, or Fortnite for that matter, I would have very much gone in on those games. I think. New character just dropped, by the way. A new weird word. Yeah, never seen that guy before. New feller just dropped. I think he might have hit me maybe once. I'm still at excellent health though, which is good. There's a spawner, by the way. I will not pry that barricade. That is staying right where it needs to be. Staying right put. Oh boy. Stiffish? There we go. So I took a little bit of a hit there. So yeah, just a little bit of a hit. Not too bad though. Clap. Please clap. Calp. Good job. I killed the shit out of that guy. Made me feel very accomplished and very big penised. Go up. Anything down? I was thinking there'd be something sneaky hidden over here. Ooh, the last tape. I'm glad I looked. Glad I looked. Final tape has been procured, my friends. So the only real question is what's on the second floor, if anything? I want to go there before I deposit the last tape. Maybe. Do a quick eat. I will not let that thing spawn any bad guys in front of me if I can help it. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so let's go back this way. Back in the y'all room. Pelican's little brother's been playing it too, yeah. Yeah, these things kind of come and go in waves. I figure like that's just kind of how it usually goes for most folks. In most situations. Most situations. Really curious about that elevator. What could it possibly entail? Take the Defoggers elevator. Defoggers, it's very poggers. Oh, never mind. No oh wait, well, bib. Help and tips. Yeah, so never mind. I was all excited. I was all excited for the elevator, but no dice. Well, that's a dead end. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing in. There's like one room I haven't checked yet. Never mind. No, we've checked every room. We've checked the whole damn thing. Oh, in the hurt room. Oh, never mind. Oh yes, well, this is the hurt room. We're hurting this guy right here with the Gosh Java. Spelling is getting progressively worse. Oh, hello, Grig. I'm old Grig. My spelling is getting, my spelling and typing rather. My general penmanship. Penismanship is getting a lot worse. That's like a sign that I'm nearing the end of my nearing the end of the night. It's also past 2 a.m. so I'm gonna see if we can wrap up this run. Now, if I had to guess, I'm sure something fucked up happens when you type in or when you punch in the last Sorry, I was trying to grab something. The last tape. I'm sure something weird happens. Like there's some kind of final boss surge you have to defend from. Also, all the blood on the floor. I appreciate that the blood on the floor sticks around. That makes me happy. Nice, simple little detail. I'm gonna guess that when you use a film reel to save, it is only a one-time use thing. Should I try to reuse one of the other ones? I think I already know the answer. I think it's a one-time use. I think it's probably a one-time use thing. So, there it is. Yeah, 2 late night streams in a row. That's correct. Yeah, I don't usually go quite this late, but of course we kind of started a little bit late too, which was at least part of it. Ouch! Grab elevator. Oh, here we go. Did that actually damage me? I think it did. I think it actually did damage me. Oh, it's an infinite spawning situation, so I gotta get back to the elevator. Oops. Oh god. Take a buzzy slip. Bussy slip. I did take a bit of a hit there, which I would have rather not have taken. Guts. I think we already know where we're going. I'll have to check my map a couple times, probably, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Gonna avoid that fight. We do have a gun. Oops. Bye, that's what we're doing. We're saying bye. Into the defogger's room. The defoggers for the depoggers. We're going to the cog. Insert. Okay. Fix. Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Oh. Escape the nightmare. I wasn't paying attention to the letter. I thought it was just the timing, but there we go. There we go. We got there, man. We got there. Playing it with a kid. Yeah, that makes plenty of sense, too. Like, if you have, like, a family member you want to play with, that makes plenty of sense. Get points for injuries sustained by jumping off cliffs. Oh, was it one of those where it was like a game within a game? Like one of the custom game modes? As I know Minecraft does a bunch of that kind of stuff in multiplayer, where yeah, of course there's the standard game mode, but then there's all like the custom scripted custom game modes that people have made for Minecraft over years. I'm sure Roblox has all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah. No, it was I'm sure they learned plenty of lessons from getting to play that with you, Shockvalue. I'm sure there were appropriate life lessons to be gleaned. Social Corporate Studios took us a little bit over an hour, obviously, and it measures out your words per minute. I mean, of course, the words are very small in complexity, so that's a very generous words per minute given the circumstances. And I like how it tracks your combos, and I'm guessing that you probably like get a higher score with the higher combos. I don't know if it affects your gameplay, like if you do more damage. Seems like when you swing your weapon, you're doing a line's worth of damage pretty much regardless. But maybe like different weapons work differently. So if you had like the shotgun, for instance, you probably only have to shoot one of those zombie guys once to drop them. Of course, you find a lot less ammo for it, but still, that sounds pretty sweet. We found heavy ammo types, but the heaviest thing we found was the SMG. The SMG probably is just standard ammo rounds, if I had to guess. But yeah, that was cool. That was cool. So this is that, or rather, that was the first out of currently 5 scenarios in this game. Supper of the Dead. Yeah, that was the Corpus Studios. Supper of the Dead, the Slap Pit, Cryonic Zone, and the Scarlet Carpet. And maybe there will be more. Hard to say. But again, the multiplayer aspect of this game does seem like it would be really cool. I bet it'd be pretty chaotic, but I would definitely be down to try it out. So I don't know if anybody happens to have this game, any of our viewers or any of our community members happen to have this game. I know Arctic does, one of our mods, so I might at some point see if he'd be down to jump in for one of these in the future. But this was really cool. This is, once again, Blood Typers. Really unique spin on a co-op survival horror game, and even playing in single player as a survival horror game. It's pretty slick. There's obviously little blips of references or influences from games like Dead by Daylight, even the way that, you know, the co-op functions and perks all work together in the way that monsters are spawning. Obviously the monsters are AI controlled, but still I can see some common threads with some of the more contemporary kinds of games. But yeah, the survival horror aspect and some also kind of old school inspired tidbits make this a really cool experience. I really enjoyed this. And yeah, shout outs to Keymailer hooking us up with a review key for this one. This was really cool. This was really cool, so I'm glad we got to try this out. But it is late. It is late. It's kind of a shame that I was only able to do kind of a half session, like a half stream, I guess, of 2 games tonight. I'm glad I did get to play them both. They were both very enjoyable. But yeah, it does mean that both games got like a slightly smaller bit of exposure than they would normally. Because usually if I'm playing a game on stream, I do a more or less like a full session, usually somewhere between 2 to 4 hours. So both two kind of mini truncated sessions. The main reason for that was because, like I said earlier at the start of the stream, between being sick last week and having also that bit of a snafu that had happened with our the construction work we're having done in the basement in front of the electric panel that's next to where my desk usually goes, it meant my desk area was basically unavailable for a while. And it was only the general timeline on how long it was going to be was only really revealed to us by the end of the second day, basically. So you lost kind of 2 extra days from the stream schedule after already having lost a couple of others from being sick earlier in the week. Meant that some things got pushed back. So since we had some deadlines, maybe not deadlines, it's not really the right word here, but the end dates for the campaigns for these games were coming up. I want to make sure to bang them out maybe not bang them out quickly, but make sure to complete them in time so we'd be able to just jump into to other stuff next week. I usually try to not overload myself and take on too much on a single week when it comes to review keys, that kind of thing, just because you never know what happens. There's always it's easy for a computer problem to come up, or you might get sick for a couple days. There's always something that can happen. So I try to give myself some room to breathe in my schedule, but sometimes a bunch of stuff happens all at once. This is one such case, but even still, I'm glad I got to check them both out. Would definitely like to play more of both games. Rogue Loops was great. Really enjoyed that one. I'm always a sucker for a great roguelike, and that one's a really fun one with enough depth that, for me at least, there's more I want to chew on for sure. So there's more that would keep me coming back. And then this game was fun. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'd be as down to play in single player. I think single player is cool, but for a game like this, I think it really, really sings in multiplayer. So I think if I were to stream this again or play it offline, I would want to do it in multiplayer. So if nothing else, I might seek out other folks who'd be down to check this out. But so that was Blood Typers. It is late. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. It is after 2 a.m. Like Elgaso said, 2 late night streams in a row. Since I didn't stream a lot this week, we streamed, I guess it was Tuesday, Wednesday, and that was it. No Monday, Tuesday, or no Monday stream, and no Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. No, we did stream Saturday. So yeah, no Thursday, Friday, no Monday. So a bit of a weird week schedule wise. But had a nice time. Had a really nice time. I can go ahead and tell you verbally, we have a number of cool games coming in hot for next week, which will be fun. For one thing, I got in on the Dare Drop campaign for Lone Star. That looks like a really cool, almost like FTL inspired roguelike. That looks really cool. I think we'll probably check that out probably tomorrow. I think we'll check that out probably tomorrow. And then there's a couple other games that I had pushed off from last week that don't really have any dates associated with them, but I just want to get to them pretty quickly. So Into the Dead, Our Darkest Days, really cool zombie survival. That one looks really cool. We'll check that one out. And then Warside, really cool looking, kind of Advanced Wars style game. We played Athena Crisis last year. That was a very obviously Advanced Wars inspired game. This one looks to be kind of similar, but I'll be curious to see what kind of differences they throw out there as far as not making it just an Advanced Wars clone. What makes it kind of new and fresh compared to the old school stuff. And then also Asgard's Fall. We got a review key for that one. That one looks really cool. A Survivor-like game. Kind of a Survivors-like, that is, which is to say Vampire Survivors. But it looks very cool and very, absurd in the kinds of goofy builds you can make. It looks very cartoonish. I'm really excited for that one. It just came out, a week or two ago. So Asgard's Fall, that'll be a good one. Well, hopefully. I mean, I won't overpromise, but it looks cool. It looks really cool. Let's find a raid target. Let's find a raid target, see who is live right now. I'm sure we could find some cool peeps. I don't know, some cool peeps. I think you might have played it. I know the demo has been available for a while. There's a different Norse one. Well, there is Badlands? Bad something? Bad North. I think this is a Bad North. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought there was another. It's not Bad North the game, but it's another game by the same developer. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I think I know what you mean, August. I think I've seen there's another one that, I wonder if it's by the same developer. I think there's another one that I saw that was a little bit similar looking to Asgard's Fall. Anyway, yeah, good stuff though. It was more cartoony. Yeah, Asgard's Fall seems pretty cartoony. Like, fairly cartoony. It's obviously it's more pixely, but just more cartoony, I guess, in its outlandishness. It's very over the top and the kinds of stuff that it throws at you. Nordic Ashes. No Dick Ashes? I would sure hope there's going to be no Dick Ashes. Yeah, Nordic Ashes. And yeah, that you're right. Yeah, I have seen this one. In fact, I think when I first heard of Asgard's Fall, I heard people comparing it to Nordic Ashes, which has been out for about a year. Actually, almost exactly a year. April 26th when it came out last year. But anyway, yeah, lots of good stuff, friends. Lots of good stuff. I've got a couple of things I'm kind of sitting on, that we might squeeze in next week. But yeah, for sure. Lone Star for sure, and then Into the Dead and Warside. I think those are guaranteed, and I'll try to squeeze in Asgard's Fall if we can help it. Next Saturday, no Zelda Randomizer. No Zelda Randomizer on Saturday because Jet and Gratz are both going to be busy. So maybe the next weekend. So yeah, we'll probably play something with Shake and Alias and Krath. I feel bad that the Sunday games with the boys sessions keep getting put off. Partly because I got sick previously. Then the time prior to that had some schedule snafus, and this time of course was Easter Sunday, so we were all kind of all over the place. But yeah, looking forward to more games with those guys because that's always a fun time. I really do enjoy the Sunday streams entirely because playing with those guys is always so fun. I've been a few weeks removed from getting able to have my games with the boys fixed. I definitely need my games with the boys to feel whole. I need the boys in my hole. Anyway, friends, hope everyone had a nice time. I know I sure did. Thank you again to Shake for that raid. And looking forward to gaming with him and the other cool dudes in a very near future, my friends. As far as raid targets are concerned, who is live right now? Always a good opportunity to ask if anybody has any raid suggestions. Anyone has any raid suggestions? I'm definitely down. There's a couple folks I'm looking at right now. Which would be cool to raid. A few folks I haven't raided in a long time, honestly. I got a few opportunities here. But if anyone had a raid target recommendation, I am super down skis. Super down skis if there's anybody that was like, oh man, Alex, I got the perfect willing or unwilling raid victim. Out of curiosity, is anybody streaming this game? I'm going to guess probably not. This is a bit of a niche game about rogue loops. I imagine probably the same thing. Anybody streaming that game? Nope, nobody. Yeah, so that's sometimes how it goes. Sometimes we play some more out there titles. Not everybody has to know about these things. Not as many people on. It is Easter Sunday, and of course, for a lot of us, we're going back to work tomorrow. That's just how it goes. For people that are on spring break or were on spring break, that break is about to end. So people, I guess, wanted to not stay up too late playing video games. They want to go to bed at a reasonable time, like some normie degenerate, well, not degenerate, some non-degenerate weirdo. What's that about? But fear not, we got a raid target. Our friend Sneeko Malice is playing some Pokemon Legends Arceus. That other newer Pokemon Legends game that was announced looks pretty sweet. And I'm guessing this is probably their first time playing Pokemon Arceus. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But they're playing it right now, and I never did play this game. I've actually been kind of out of the loop when it comes to Pokemon. As much of a Nintendo fanboy as I am, I do a shitty job of keeping up with Pokemon. I enjoy it from a very general surface level kind of degree, but I haven't played like a Pokemon mainline experience in a long time. I guess Arceus is more of a offshoot kind of sorta, but the Pokemon Legends series is kind of turning into a something that maybe runs parallel to the main series. So I don't know. I don't know if it's that much of a side game, but anyway, it does look cool. And our friend Sneeko Malice is playing it. We're gonna raid them as they play. Sounds like a good old time. Here's my socials page, of course, as my links that I always like to include. Always like to do a little self-plug for myself, because if you're not plugging yourself, if you're not pegging yourself, plugging yourself, plugging your holes, if you're not plugging yourself, are you even a streamer? That has, of course, my social media, has my TikTok, my Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, OnlyFeet. What are some other sites that I'm sure are real? My Chatterbait page, my uncensored and extremely close-up pictures of my nose, because I'm sure there's got to be nose fetishists out there. Anyway, all of my links are there. YouTube channels, Trovo channel, all that stuff. Facebook, Mastodon, anything you can think of. We do have the main YouTube channel as well as the secondary YouTube channel that I use as a stream archive. So if there's ever older stuff you want to watch, everything that I've uploaded or everything that I've streamed rather for the past like 4.5 years is all on that archive channel, the secondary archive channel on YouTube. So lots of stuff out there. It is all caught up, by the way. For a while, I was like months backed up, but I've slowly kind of worked back that backlog. So now we're all caught up on YouTube content, which is great. And we'll be back tomorrow. Be back tomorrow with more games. I'll see you guys there. Well, I shouldn't say I'll see you guys there, but I'll be here with more games tomorrow. So if you would like to hang out with us, I'll be happy to supply stream for you if that would be worth your while. Also, I'll make sure to post the Discord server. I'm sorry, the schedule into the Discord server. We have a weekly schedule channel in the Discord server where all schedule updates go. So I'll make sure to post the schedule tomorrow. We'll have that to look forward to, my friends. Sneeko Malice raid incoming. I'll see you guys there. Once again, they're playing some Pokemon Legends Arceus. It'll be a nice time. See you guys around. Thank you again to Shake for that raid. Thank you again to Lunatic Chef for the cheer and to Din Raw for that resub, as well as Whale and us with that resub, and Adam Disturbed One. He had a resub. Jesse hit us with a gift sub earlier. Devil Poster hit us with a nice cheer, which was cool. Lots of support tonight, guys. Appreciate everybody. Everyone have a great night. Get some sleepies. And the new week begins, my friend. Easter Sunday ends. A new week begins. But yeah, more streams for sure. And we'll see how long it takes before I get to move my desk back to its rightful position in its old location. So for now, we'll be in this little weird spot, but it'll be a good time. You guys have a good one. Everyone have a great night. And I'll see you in Sneeko Malice's chat. Good night, friends.